The Mote of Sin, a Happy Jacks RPG podcast actual play. In Vampire the Masquerade, 20th Anniversary Edition.
Why, hello.
Hello.
And welcome to session
30.
30
So many.
of The Mote of Sin, which is our little vampire game in 20th Anniversary Edition of Vampire the Masquerade.
Yes.
My name is Stu and I am the GM.
Yes. And you have players? You usually say you have players. Okay, anyway. I'm Kimmy. It threw me off. You've got to do your lines, Stu. Come on.
Well, what's
Use
throwing
it,
us off is the
everybody.
fact that Twitch is down.
Yeah, that's totally throwing us off, but that's okay. My name is Kimmy. I'm playing Layla Boutros. I am a toreador. Wink, wink, wink. Follower of set. And of dubious Egyptian accent, which really starts sounding very Russian, but I'm Egyptian and old. Ready to go.
And I'm Sam. I play Riley Wall, Toreador, and Prince of the Island, hence my gorgeous tiara.
I love it. Hey, I'm Mac. I'm wearing fawn makeup for reasons, so just roll with it. And I'm playing Asa, who is a gangrel, who is not very fun-like, more wolf-like, but just use your imagination.
Yeah, I'm going with Sam's comment earlier about it. It was just a really, really bad
It was a very strange frenzy.
Really
Yeah.
weird frenzy.
I guess in one of the versions of Frenzy, you could get just random things. You could get like jellyfish tentacles or something too.
Yeah.
It's
Oh my
bizarre.
god, that would be awesome.
Or not.
Pass.
Hi, I'm Stork. I'm playing Albert Drawlight, a gangrel.
Excellent.
Excellent.
And
Oh, we all need blood.
Blood
Yes,
for
give me
everyone.
blood.
and we had a session 2 weeks ago, and I completely forgot what happened. What
We
should
did
we
have
do?
a session.
I don't know. If only somebody had an awesome new notebook to write down what happened.
I did. Let me consult the old book first, and then we'll start the new one. Let's see. Last time in the Mote of Sin, session 29, we had recently arrived back from murdering the crap out of Sebastian. We awoke to find a messenger arrive with an invitation from our neighboring Prince Miroslav to his celebration. Riley, myself, accepted the invitation and sent an invite in return to my own coronation, because of course we're going to have one. I called Albert and Esmeralda in to talk to them about becoming the Scourge team to wipe out Sebastian's remaining children. Albert's path conflicts a bit, so Riley tasks Esmeralda with teaming up with Asa to murder the renegades. Esmeralda, our sheriff, goes off to speak with Mrs. Osterman. For those who don't know, she is a scary mage, known colloquially as Doily McWitcherson.
Yes.
Esmeralda wants to talk to her about her brother. Meanwhile, Albert offers some suggestions to Prince Riley about using the werewolves for patrols, giving Asa some purpose, and worries about either of them frenzying. Riley asks him to teach her fortitude. He agrees and hits her with a lot of 2x4s. Fight Club! Meanwhile, Mrs. Osterman gives a restrained and polite Esmeralda some info on her brother, Enzo. He is looking for a cure for vampirism and went to look for like-minded kindred on the mainland. Esmeralda asks Mrs. Osterman to give him a message for her and gives her her cell phone number. At the McMansion, Tennessee is packing up. He tells Asa about the relocation, and she sits down to watch some TV. Esmeralda shows up and tells Asa about the Scourge team. She's not enthused, but what else is new? She promises her pants to cooperate, and then they go to Vanguard. On his way out, Tennessee gives her a message to give to Albert. He's going to the mainland for a week. Asa bats out and flies toward the new base. She spots 2 lone weirdos wandering way out in the middle of nowhere. They're looking for something, and they are kindred she doesn't recognize. She wolfs out to see if she can smell what they're looking for, while they head toward the mountains and enter one of the tunnels. Asa follows them a ways in to what looks like Scully's Haven. The 2 vampires are slapping awake a third one, who is tied up. She runs to the new base to report in. She lets us know about the Malkavian, who was the tied up one, reluctantly agrees to be our hound, basically the kingdom assassin. Layla arrives with Darren, Calvin, and Karen. Darren is the Malkavian who was tied up. Riley orders in some interns to feed him with some Xanax because he's got particular tastes. Apparently, Orange County has fallen to the Sabbat. Darren and Karen are the last two remaining vampires that are not Sabbat from that area. Riley offers them a place in the moat if they wish to stay. Asa has many annoying questions for Albert. They bicker a lot and go off to talk to the werewolves. Darren is feeling better and he asks about Scully. Riley tells him that Scully hasn't been found. Darren wants to go look for him. Albert and Asa go to the werewolf camp. Arson greets them, friendly-ish for a werewolf.
Same volume as well.
They bike down and then they bike down to Vanguard. He wants Arson wants a tank. Riley says no. No tanks for the werewolves.
No tanks.
No tanks. Arson recognizes Layla, and Riley reads his mind. He doesn't know who staked Layla, possibly the Fae. Apparently Caroline's friend reset the day. All the kindred died, probably due to the Fae, and he doesn't trust Riley and thinks she's going to screw him over the brewery. Riley asks Layla to accompany them to the soiree in the Glittering Night. Apparently, Layla knows Miroslav, and Katerina will go also. Asa gets 10 new pairs of pants to accommodate her tail. Riley also asks assistant Sean to get the pattern room on some gloves.
Yep.
The next night, awkward beach party noms with Albert and Asa. The Nosferatu shows up and offers to guard the island. Calvin's moves annoy Asa, but what doesn't? Riley reads Calvin's mind to see what his intentions are. Number 1, he wants to be in the in crowd because he loves Esmeralda. 2 through 5 were unmentionable. 6, Miroslav has apparently been here for a while. And 7, the Nosferatu are protective and stick together. But we knew that. We all go to a very fancy party in, like, the worst part of town and down underground. There is a giant chessboard. At the king's position is Miroslav. Brian Emerson is the queen's knight. Simon Perkins, the queen's rook, and the whole Primogen council. There are also literal sacrifices. Carlotta Espinoza, the gangrel Primogen, greets Albert and Asa. It's super awkward. They're real good at small talk.
Sarcasm.
Riley schmoozes the seneschal, Paul Morphy, who is a southern chess expert. Then she congratulates Miroslav and gifts him with one of Sebastian's tapestries. He's grateful and says he will have it hung here in the Elysium. Katerina shares her thoughts. Silas the Great, the Malkavian Primogen, is a longtime resident of the Glittering Night, keeps to himself, and there may be more Malkavians coming. Simon Perkins was Lord Anthony's sire. He was summoned after Anthony's death. Brian Emerson comments that it is a very old world court, this new one. And Tennessee says that Carlotta was a Primogen in Zagreb, which is Miroslav's old, maybe still, domain. She's very old, and the one missing Primogen is likely a Tremere. The party breaks up, and we head back to the moat. Darren says that he's going to stay.
Excellent.
Yep.
That brings us up to speed.
Yes.
All right.
I would also like to point out that Jessie, who plays our Sheriff Esmeralda, is not here for... She had a conflict. So that's why you don't see her.
She's not invisible.
Right.
She's just not here.
Or is she?
Dun,
You'll have to watch and find out.
Stay tuned.
So it is now November 11th.
November 11th, okay.
The early evening of November 11th. If you have blood and you have not spent one to wake up, please do so now.
Oh. Thank you. I'm the prince, I'll take all the blood. No, I forgot to get some because I was busy talking.
Yeah, whatevs, my liege.
Yeah.
Prefer your majesty.
Yea, verily, my liege.
I don't.
Okay. Hang on, I'm almost done. There we go. We can put this back.
And Twitch is back, so if you're watching on YouTube, you can go back to Twitch now. And if you're listening in the podcast, you don't have to give any fucks. And we love you.
That's right. You don't give a shit about either of those things. Okay. So you are, just to sort of reestablish, you are now in your warehouse fortress,
Yes.
correct? Okay.
Vanguard Historical Arms, the fanciest army surplus place in the world, probably.
Which is lacking in TVs, and it was not down in there, but I would like to remind the prince I was promised a really big TV.
I thought the really big TV was delivered. Okay, well,
It was probably delivered during the day.
okay, well, it's there now when you wake up.
Just letting you know.
I keep my promises.
All right. I think I slacked you after the last session.
Yes.
A couple of things that your sire may have mentioned that could be problematic.
Yes. Yeah. I thought about them.
So we're going to say that tomorrow night is your Elysium, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
'Cause it was.
Nope. Flying Jackalope bought us drink.
Oh.
Drink.
Huzzah.
Drink.
Thank you.
Huzzah.
And
Is it session 30?
this is session 30.
Okay.
It's November 11th. I keep track of the date.
Long time.
Yes.
I know.
It took 28 sessions to actually kill Sebastian. Okay.
And Adrienne.
And Adrian.
Aw. Well, to be fair, we weren't trying to actively kill Sebastian the whole time.
That's true.
Yeah, we had a lot of.
We had other stuff to do.
There was quite a period of time where you weren't even sure if he was the bad guy.
Yeah,
Right.
we didn't even know if he still was around. Yeah.
Right. Okay. There is someone named Michael Fitzpatrick waiting to see you. You get someone comes in and says, "There's someone at the front gate named Michael Fitzpatrick." He says he needs
Oh,
to
yeah,
talk
it's
to you.
Coroner Fitz, yeah. Okay, he can come in.
Okay. Comes in.
Hi, Fitz. How's
Are you
it
wearing?
going?
Are you wearing the crown and all that?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Kind of. It's quite a place.
Yes, well, I'm considering doing a military theme for my next collection. I thought I'd better do some research.
Ah, fascinating. I was just in the neighborhood and wanted to come by and say hi.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're here.
Oh, really?
Yes. You know, I wanted to check in with you and see how things are down at the morgue.
Oh, we're killing it.
So,
I haven't seen him in a really long time.
not that long. It's been like a couple days.
Yeah, because he replaced all of
He
Ace's
replaced
blood.
all of
Right.
Ace's
Ace's blood. I totally forgot
And
about
that's like 4 sessions ago, which was like 9 hours ago.
that. Okay.
Yeah,
This game moves at a crawl.
been here recently.
Well, a lot happens every night,
Yes.
and it's only one night though. But it
Right.
seems like it's like a week.
That's true.
You haven't had any interesting customers, though, I assume?
No.
Not recently? Oh, good. You know, things were getting crazy on the island there for a while, so, you know, better
Yeah.
to keep me apprised of any weirdness going on.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, if I see anything unusual, I will definitely let you know.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's not unusual to see corpses from everyone.
Yeah, especially in the morgue.
Not unusual to be in the morgue.
Okay, well, I just thought I'd come by and say hi.
I got to work on it.
Well, thank you
He's
for
very
stopping by.
perplexed
He's
about-
perplexed. Okay. Well, yes, naturally.
That's a nice tank.
Thank you. It's new. It's my favorite.
Does it work?
Are we all there with you, or
Probably not if
Okay.
you don't live in here.
no? I don't.
No, it's a replica.
Oh, really? Wow, that's a good replica.
Mm-hmm. You know, I don't think citizens are just allowed to have working tanks.
That makes sense. You're probably right. Okay, well, I gotta head off to work.
All right. Well, have a good evening, and do let me know if anything strange happens.
You got it.
You know how I like to keep an eye on things on the island.
Yeah. He turns around and heads out the door. Where are you?
That's a good question. What time is it? Like just...
Oh, it's probably less than an hour, like 20 minutes after
Okay, I probably just woke up.
sunset.
Probably went out and had a bite to eat.
Okay.
If there was a basement to the place, definitely in the basement, hopefully waking up to a gigantic TV.
Yes, where there is a basement, and when you wake up, there is a huge TV in there.
I'm watching TV.
After Fitz leaves, I go down to check on Asa and see how she likes the television. Oh, good. You found the television. It's hard to miss, isn't it?
Yep.
Excellent. Well, I wanted to say thank you, with a large TV, for enduring last night's rather formal affair.
Yeah, it was swell.
Yes. Not your favorite, but it seems our neighbors are of a bit of a traditional court. Don't know how much Albert has explained to you about...
I'm sorry, Albert, and explaining in the same sentence confuses me.
As I suspected it might. That rather tedious affair is unfortunately sort of the norm for most domains you'll find, most major cities.
Great.
It's not, obviously, how I like to conduct business. But if they're going to be our neighbors, we may have to put on a few appearances to make sure they don't decide that they want to install that sort of situation over here.
What exactly are you asking me to do?
Nothing, actually, other than what I've already asked you to do. Be deputy, be hound, which you've agreed to do.
Yep.
Basically the assassin.
Yep. When are gloves coming?
Gloves should be here about tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, is there something else?
No, I just thought you might be interested in sort of the difference between what we want to build here and why you should help us protect it.
Maybe misassess the situation here, so.
I'm sorry.
I don't care that much.
Oh, good. Well, fair enough.
Thanks.
If there is
Let us
something
know.
you do care about,
Oh.
perhaps let us know. What,
Alright.
what does Asa want out of life, or unlife as it were, other than to watch TV that can be rather tedious after a few hundred years?
I'll let you know when it gets to that point.
You do that. Thanks, dear. Enjoy your TV.
Mm-hmm.
Gangrels. I can hear you getting snippy already.
Sullen teenagers.
Yep.
Where are you?
Yeah. Let's see. I wake up on the shores of the beach because I don't want to be tracked by werewolves again.
A sand now.
Yeah. Well, just slightly out the
Okay,
because you can't. That obscures my scent, and I guess I'll
Are
check
you out in
in
the ocean again?
Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah. Just
I just like to imagine you wake up and it's like, "Rah!" Like some really fucked up little mermaid or something, and she come like flipping out of the water.
Right. A little circle.
As the water just goes flying off of your porn stash.
Super slow mo.
Master Veteran redeemed drink for Asa.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And it's really confusing when there's just a set of footprints leading out of the water.
Right.
Yeah.
It really fucks up that poem too
messes
about the
everybody
footprints
up.
in the sea.
Oh God! And he can redeem drink. Huzzah! The stream is on, and they're gonna get us drunk.
Well, some of us, because my drink was brought to you by Jack in the Box, because I can get vanilla Coke at a drive-thru, so life is better.
They have diet vanilla Coke?
I wouldn't know, because diet's an abomination.
Oh, all right.
Oh God! Region 82, redeem drink.
Oh.
Huzzah! Actually, I have to open my actual.
You know,
I think
Mote's
it's
the
a
slowest game
conspiracy.
ever. I don't know
think they
why
planned
Mote's
this.
so slow. It's because we're all spending our time getting drunk. remember what we're doing.
Seems like this is a plan that they had together.
tourists, and yeah, there's been trying to just go ahead and just eat them all
Gina
day
is
long.
modding the chat room. I'm not sure. It sounds like and Flying Jackalope just redeemed drink too.
We're gonna have to move the refrigerator.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
needs to be like right
true.
here.
Yeah.
We really need just like a butler is really what we need.
Get on that.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Can we get Fenris with like a little serving tray?
Oh my
like
god, and a little tuxedo.
Oh no, with the little barrel and
Yeah.
Like a Saint Bernard.
He'll like wag his tail and knock everything off the table.
I don't know. His tail goes around, so I think
Yeah,
it'll
he
be
doesn't.
fine.
His tail doesn't wag much. It's
It'll
like
be
a
fine.
wolf tail. It kind
You
of
just sit under the table and umble.
You had to bring a wolf tail, didn't you?
Yeah, he does do that actually.
Aw, baby.
Okay.
He's the size of this table.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I'll just stomp off to the Vanguard
Vanguard historical arms.
and grill. Yeah.
Okay.
So Rita just redeemed
There's
drink
no
because
girl for
drunk
that.
Kimmy is fun Kimmy.
Oh, yep.
That I will agree with.
I have a lot of sewing to do. Come on, I have to do straight lines.
You're the one who decided to pour a glass of wine.
Work on the
vinegar.
curve pieces tonight.
Yeah. And Floyd did a drink. This is like a
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
You're trying to
I'm gonna
murder us.
pretzel for my drink.
So Albert arrives.
Oh good.
Smelling of wet dog and seaweed.
As you're
Like
walking,
in the basement, like, oh god.
as you're walking up, you see the coroner. You've met him before because he helped fix up.
Oh
the
yeah, I remember Fitz.
arson. Hey Albert, how's it going?
Fitz, what brings you by?
Can I ask you a question? This is before he walks in.
Advice is free.
How does one go about becoming?
Usually, it's a series of unfortunate events.
Let me
You seem to have a fascination with the dead. Professional curiosity.
It's a professional curiosity. It's not a fascination, I assure you.
Well, there's lots of ways to get there. Usually, it's a horrific event, but I don't know.
So, like, how? What's the process?
It's different for everybody.
Well, how did you become?
Well, I was 15, and she was a much older woman.
None.
And it's very similar. It's different for everyone.
No, I mean the other thing.
What other thing, Fitz?
Well, you know I've been read in, right?
Have you? I was paying too much attention back then. What was that, a month ago?
Right.
Well, Fitz, I'm not really one to speak. Mine was not necessarily. I was told, but I wasn't prepared, and I don't think anybody ever is. And it really depends on where you are and who does it for you. And sometimes it's a horrific, bloody, terrible event. Sometimes it's a party. But it really depends. I can't tell you. It's just like the first time you've had sex. It's different for everybody. And I don't even know how to go about describing it.
Is it something you could do?
Me? I don't do that. I'm a terrible father.
All right.
Listen, I used to do all sorts of things back in my youth, and I never took responsibility, and I still don't.
So there's like a.
I'll tell you what, Fitz. I'll bring it up with the rest of them, and maybe we can figure something out. I can't give you an answer. Look at me. Come on. Covered in water and mud. Really? You really want this? As a parent, cut it out.
I'm just curious.
Uh-huh. Stay curious, my friend.
Stay curious. The most interesting vampire in the world. All right. He let you leave.
Was this on the way out or?
He's on his way out. You're on your way
Right,
in.
perfect.
But he is walking slow when he,
Let's stomp in.
Okay.
Your Highness, what's up?
Hello, Albert. Were you in the ocean?
Yeah, I tend to sleep in the ocean after the whole werewolf tracking down thing. It's just not
Well,
wasn't very pleasant. It's safer that way.
That's very
not-
reasonable.
I'll clean myself up if you need me to be, but
No, you're fine.
it's better this way. It's fine. Hey, you need to do something about Fitz. He really wants to be. He works with the dead too long, and he has a fascination.
Yes, I know.
You didn't like. He's not pining for you or anything. You didn't like share blood with him or anything. You didn't like ghoul him or anything, did you?
Well, he was quite useful.
Because if he did, he might be. Okay, I don't want another repeat of the whole exploding building thing. That's all I'm saying.
No one wants any buildings exploding unless
Right? Because remember what happened with the priest.
Yes.
I don't want that happening with Fritz.
No. Neither do I. It is quite useful to have a coroner, but not that useful.
Well, a vampire coroner might be good.
This is true. Although I don't.
He was grilling me about like how one. Anyway, it's up to you. He's your confidant. I wasn't going to embrace him. I'm a terrible father. It would just be ugly.
Yeah, I would not suggest it.
Although he'd probably make a better gangrel than a toreador, considering what he does for a living.
He's not exactly
Although it is an art
Tory
form.
material. It can be, yes. Bit of a stretch, I think.
He's very educated.
Yes. We'll have to think about it.
Yeah, it's your kingdom.
Indeed, it is.
Heavy wears the tiara.
I can
True.
figure which clan he'd belong to.
I don't know what we're talking about. But
You can put your mic back on. Yeah. So there's that. So
Yes, we'll do something about that.
is this where we're meeting now with the underneath the tank and all? And this is the new home base.
Yes.
All right.
Meet here, more fortified, less likely to be exploded.
Yeah. And where's your coronation happening?
It is happening at the Opera House tomorrow night.
Okay. Has anybody vetted that place yet?
coronation. Just got here.
Brianna Barnes, Keeper of Elysium, is in charge of setting up security and setting up the event. Yes.
Because I don't want another case of what happened last time we had an Elysium and people came in and.
Well, we had a bit of a vampire hunter problem, which we don't have now.
Well, we didn't know we had one then either, did we?
Actually, we did.
Did we?
Yes.
Wow.
If you remember correctly, Christoph was actively working against us, and
You know, that whole thing has been unresolved.
I'm well aware.
Okay, I'm just saying. Big party. Still got a lot of hanging Chad.
When do we not?
And then there's that whole witch under the witch's protection. Doily McWitcherson is protecting the other woman who's been rallying about the fears of God, and you don't remember that. All right.
Oh, yes, the PTA.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That is hopefully a smaller problem.
I guess so the
Vanguard.
weapons is
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Depot.
I'm gonna kind of wander in.
Okay.
Good evening,
Oh, good evening, Layla.
Your Majesty. Good to see you.
You as well. We were just discussing the upcoming Elysium/coronation.
Oh, marvelous. It is such a supreme opportunity for you to impress our new neighbors.
I was thinking that as well, and their hospitality was so lovely.
Yes.
We must return the favor
Yes.
with as grand an event as we can. With that in mind, we do need to present our official Primogen Council
Yes.
at the Elysium, of which I would be pleased if you would both be a part.
Oh.
No, I don't do that. It's not my thing.
Hang on, let's see if it is your thing.
Well, this is an opposed roll, though, isn't it? What is this?
So it's your thing.
This is self-control?
I'm not sure. What
me
are you
see.
going to use?
Oh, I will put it back.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Which
Roll
one?
7
Yeah.
first. Just kidding, all this cheese is mine.
Mm. 7.
This is you're going to do some sort of presence thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm just deciding which one.
That's what Tories do.
Appearance versus empathy. Sorry, I forgot how these work. Appearance versus empathy or charisma and performance.
We need to get you a new character sheet.
I know mine has like a bajillion.
Scratch marks on it. I might have one here if you want to take the time to fill out a clean one.
Okay. So we're gonna use awe.
Aw.
Aww.
That one. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. I need more dice. There we go.
Oh, good lord.
So who's in this room when this is done?
I was waiting for her to roll before I was going to say, and Kimmy, you need to roll too.
The three of us.
Well,
Layla.
Okay.
is it within
me my
sight?
unicorn?
Because she's just right below us. Is it a whole magistical force that has to be within
yeah,
My
line?
I'm
cheat
downstairs
sheet
in the
just says
basement.
area of effect. I think it's in the general vicinity. It does not require me to look at you.
Okay.
I know that part.
Yeah, I made my unicorn.
If there are more people present, so that I would assume
Present.
people around you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, so what do we roll to not be...
That's all right. We're still working on it.
You don't actually. It's a difficulty 7.
Oh, okay.
There's no save against it? Oh.
You
That's not based on our willpower?
There is a you can always. I believe it is. Let's see. I have the rules right here. Anyone can resist presence for one scene by spending a willpower point and exceeding on a willpower roll difficulty 8. So she makes her roll first, and then you decide whether or not you, as a player, want your character to resist that thing.
Does she know if we resist it?
Yeah, because we're not doing what she said.
Well, yeah.
Only if we don't know it, if we don't do what she says. But is there a way for her to tell just, oh, she resisted that if I still do what she asks?
I doubt it.
I probably not.
Okay.
Probably not.
Okay.
You probably
Not that that's my plan.
Okay.
And you have to spend a willpower point every scene as long as they remain in the area with the vampire.
Oh, wow.
As soon as an individual spends a number of willpower points equal to the successes rolled, they shake off the awe completely and remain unaffected for the rest of the night.
Oh, okay. So you
But
have to
if
continue.
no, I'm not going to do that, and they leave, they're fine.
Okay.
But if they continue to hang out with you from scene to scene, every scene they're spending a willpower point until they hit however many successes.
What if they leave and come back?
I would think if you left and come back, that would break it.
Okay.
I would think.
That makes sense. Okay. All right. Whoa! New dice, don't fail me.
You got new dice?
Just the
that's
rose
right,
gold
yeah, yeah,
ones.
Oh, what did she rolls? She's not getting any successes.
Yeah, right.
So you got 1,
3 successes.
3.
3. So up to 6 people.
That'll do it.
So that's both of them. So
Pass me a pencil.
Yes.
Yeah, it's in my nature to resist.
those. Let me just read what the effect is,
All right.
so we're all very clear on this.
Yes.
Because this isn't dominate.
Okay.
Those near the vampire suddenly desire to be closer to her and become receptive to her point of view. Awe is extremely useful for mass communication. It matters little what is said. The hearts of those affected lean towards the vampire's opinion. The weak want to agree with her. Even if the strong-willed resist, they soon find themselves outnumbered. Awe can turn a chancy deliberation to a certain resolution in the vampire's favor almost before her opponents know that the tide has turned. Despite the intensity of this attraction, you can't be told to do something that's against your self-preservation.
To be honest,
breaks-
this is
that
one
breaks
of the things I think Toreadors are really powerful. Because you could just do this.
This is the same
Everywhere
blue
you
steel
go.
that I stopped that fight with.
Yeah.
So I do that and say, Albert, yes, I know it is not generally in your nature. However, with our new neighbors and their more traditional court that you saw with your own eyes last evening, I think it's important that we present at least the appearance of a traditional front here.
So a willpower roll is just my straight willpower?
Spend a willpower point.
Okay.
It will be largely honorific. You will not be expected to do anything.
And then
other
difficulty
than what you
8.
already do.
And I just roll what?
Willpower.
Including the one I just spent? Okay.
Normally it would say current willpower if you're supposed to roll.
Okay.
I assume. Maybe I'm wrong. Someone in the chat room might tell me I'm wrong.
Doesn't look like I made it.
Nope.
Nope.
Big surprise. Stork couldn't make a roll. Difficulty 8.
It never happens.
Wait, so we just roll our willpower?
You spend a willpower point, then you have to roll willpower difficulty 8.
Including that point or without that point?
Like I said, I think including, but
Okay.
the chat room may.
Difficulty 8. 1 success.
That's enough.
You are able to resist
Okay.
for this scene.
You're with all due respect, I said I'm trying not to dabble in politics anymore, but I understand your reasoning. It seems to make a lot of sense when you put it that way. I don't know why I have a headache,
It is wise counsel.
but I find myself agreeing with you.
I thank you for that, Albert.
I'm totally surprised.
Your acquiescence will not go unappreciated.
Please do not consider it as acquiescence, but acknowledgement. There is a difference, Your Grace.
Good point. I like that word better anyway. Yes. A united front is what we shall present. That way we get to keep
Miroslav.
our island as we
That's
see
the
it.
key.
But be careful what you wish for. You're going to have me in high politics.
I know that.
Okay.
Your counsel has been indispensable on several occasions, though, so I will take the good with the bad.
And at times, brute force is the most political option of all. With your permission, Your Grace, I would ask to be as an advisor on the Primogen Council and not given a specific title. Since Prince Miroslav would have considered me for his Primogen Council had he known I was in the area, I think it would be an affront and a slap in his face if I were to be nominated so quickly to an official post on your Primogen Council.
That is a very adept observation. I would not want to anger him so.
Yes, so
However, since you do know him and he obviously respects you, I think it's valuable to have you as an advisor.
absolutely, I would be honored in such a position, and I would happily help facilitate peaceful coexistence between these two great kingdoms.
Excellent. That is
And I
our
totally
ultimate
forgot to do
goal.
my bad accent. Sorry. Two great kingdoms. There you go.
Yes, that is our ultimate goal.
Yes.
I appreciate you working with us to achieve it.
Oh, yes.
Excellent. Well, that's decided. Layla, did you need something, or are you coming to just check in?
No, just to say good evening before I go off and
Good
find about
evening.
good evening before I go off and find something to eat, and to pay honor and to thank you so much for the fine invitation. I had a lovely time at the party last night.
Excellent. I'm glad you were able to attend.
Yes. I will see you both later.
Yes, you enjoy your evening.
What do you want me to do now?
Let's see. Well, since she's probably the one that listens to you the most, I did a little bit of explaining to Asa about our neighbors and how their traditional kingdom contrasts with ours. She did seem to favor ours, which, of course, we're a bit more relaxed, a little bit less stodgy. But she still doesn't seem quite interested in being a part of it.
Oh, all right. We have a couple things real quick. We have two helper players. One for Samantha, one for Stork.
Ooh, thank you.
Now I get my help a player? Thank you, though.
I might have missed it. I apologize. If you wanted it for that roll and I didn't see it because I
It's all
was busy
good.
rolling, I apologize.
It's all good.
Vampire 54. And we also have two drinks that were from a while ago, but after that big
Barrage.
stream of them, it was a big conspiracy in the chat room. So we have two. We have one from Sploid and one from Vampire 54.
There's Floyd again. Thank you.
Does everyone remember the passcode to get to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I was told there would be no math.
Yeah. If you buy a drink, I will not. So
You should just
thank you
put
guys.
it. You should write it on the top of that thing.
That kind of is a little counterintuitive with why I put a lock on the
Yeah.
door.
But it would
Stephen
make it
actually
easier.
suggested the same thing. He's a member of our band. Why don't you just write it here? He was actually took a pencil out and was going to write my don't.
I was kidding.
No, he was. He was actually serious.
This kind of combination idiot would have on their luggage. It's just right there. Like,
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, yes, as we're a small island, every kindred here counts. I
So-
would like to bring her into the fold, as it were.
She's going to do that in her own time. What is it you want me to do? Do you want me to go down there and explain to her how the hierarchy of vampire politics works?
No, I think she would be terribly bored with
I
that.
am too. What is it you asking me to do?
I want you to help her understand that the moat is a good place for her, and find out what she wants, out of
like it.
anything.
She wants to be left alone. She wants to find out who her sire is more than anything, and if you can figure out a way to help her out with that, that would
forgot
be
the
great.
password.
All I know is that gangrel sires tend to find their young after a period of 1 to 2 years, and it's been about that. So
That would be something
we
to
might
watch
get a
out for.
surprise visit, and whoever her sire was pretty damn powerful because she started stronger than most of us.
Yes.
And I'm just saying that if this guy decides to drop in, he's going to be bad news.
Agreed.
And even though we're all gangrels, we don't necessarily get along.
No, getting along is not exactly your forte.
Really?
Here's the other thing. He might be Sabat.
It's,
Their gangrels have a strong presence over in the Sabat area. And if he's Sabat, that makes her, well, she's on the line right now, but, I mean, I don't know. I'm not too sure how the nuances of all this work, because I just had Carmody, and I'm not that old, and you all met my sire. She was a winner.
a bit of a hot mess, yes. Yes, well, Asa is quite adept and very skilled and would be an asset. I would like to make her feel welcome.
Well, I can tell you this. Keep her busy. Put her on patrols. Have her track stuff down. She's really good at it. She prefers to be running around in dog form anyway.
Excellent.
And just make sure you figure out a way to get her to talk to you. Like have her report at the end of the night or whatever. But she doesn't like cell phones. It seems to be a trait.
Yes, I remember.
She doesn't like
you
leashes. She
destroying
is
few.
a dog. Very much a feral animal.
Yes.
She's still very young. She'll come around.
Belly rubs and trees.
Give her 30 years or so. She'll shape right up.
Yes. Well, that's very helpful.
I'm really
Scratches
glad
behind
that
the
she has
ears.
the TV up loud right now.
If you want, though, finding some inroads to find her sire might be really, really helpful. I'm not too sure where to look. I can maybe call in a favor on the mainland. I actually still have a contact I've never used.
Oh, okay. All right.
If you have a contact, that would be a good place to start. If you cannot find anything, I will make some inquiries myself.
The other thing is, she's blocked out who attacked her and what attacked her. If we can get a vision or a name or a site, I don't know if you have the power to look into her brain. I suspect that whoever attacked her is somebody she knew. She got marked as somebody thought she would make a great gangrel and gifted this to her, but he did it. And it's either that or it's Sabat, and they were just a bunch of boys out having fun and smashed through her window and attacked her. But she was attacked watching television in her apartment. But she used to work the night shift for months, so I suspect somebody she worked with or somebody that saw her while she was
Observed
working
her.
observed her and
Yes.
followed her and tracked her.
I suppose I would need to gain her trust a bit more, but it might be an option.
But if you can do it without her knowing it, that's probably the best thing. Otherwise, she's going to tear your face off.
I like my face how it is. Yes. I'll see what I can do.
That's the only suggestions I have for you. I can go down there and wrestle her around, but she's not going to respond to that. But for the most part, she just needs to keep busy. Just have her. The reason she's going to make a great hound is that she's just doing what she normally does, which is patrolling in dog form,
Yes.
finding other vampires and following them and then letting you know. That's the trick. It's just making sure she lets you know.
Right then.
Like I said,
Excellent
give her 30
counsel.
years, she'll grow up.
And this is why I wanted you on my Primogen Council.
I don't know why I'm so forthgiving all of a sudden. I feel very close to you right now. I feel like I want to explain things to you.
And I appreciate it very much.
I have this splitting headache. I
dear.
probably need to go eat.
Maybe it's from sleeping underwater.
If you say so, yeah. That sounds like a perfectly
That's exactly
logical.
what it is.
That's exactly what it is. I should probably not sleep underwater anymore. What a great. Okay, good point.
Pressure on your cranium. It has to.
Yeah.
Good point.
Perhaps you were just sleeping too deep in the ocean.
Okay, right. Everything you say seems makes perfect sense. Maybe I'll try on land for a while. We should be safer from the werewolves now that we know.
Yes.
They know.
Yes, and now that we've eliminated the problematic ones, I don't still trust Arson entirely.
No, you never should. I don't trust him.
But for now, they're lucrative and not attacking us.
Well, they're still underpowered. At some point, there's going to be a power balance, and at some point, somebody's going to ask him why he's friends with us.
It's true. We should keep an eye on their numbers.
You just keep dirt on them. They still have to be humans.
This is true.
You could actually ruin their lives by putting them in prison.
Very easily.
Just keep tabs on them. Get a dossier on all of them. Get it going now.
Which reminds me, I have a meeting with the chief of police.
Do you want me to accompany you? Why am I saying this?
No, thank you for offering,
You're
Albert.
very welcome.
That's very
I
kind.
feel.
You should go and get something to
I
eat.
think this new path I'm on is really messing with me. My blood sugar must be low. With your leave, my grace.
Yes, please.
I gotta get out of here.
Okay.
I'm gonna summon the police chief.
Okay.
Charisma and subterfuge. I have to make a roll of charisma and subterfuge, which is where 1, 2, 3, 4. Hmm? 2 more. I'm gonna save my help a player dice, just in
Spend
case.
another blood point.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm gonna need a snack soon.
Charisma plus subterfuge. Base
Yes.
difficulty is 5 and increases to 7
wait,
if the
there's
subject
cheese.
is met only briefly. You know her very well.
I know her very well. What am I looking for? 7?
5s.
5s, okay.
5? Ooh. That's 110.
It's a lot of over 5s. I see a 6. I see a
Meh.
7. I see a 10.
2 successes.
2.
Not as many as I hoped for, but that's okay. I don't need.
Subject
immediately.
approaches reluctantly and is easily thwarted by obstacles. Of course, there are no obstacles because there are roads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
Oh God, it's a two-way intersection. I have to choose.
What do I do?
What's that Monty Python sketch with the boxer? It's John Cleese. He's running and he gets to a tree and he stops. He doesn't know how to get around it because he's just dumb as can only go in straight lines. Then he turns to and runs back.
You get your cell phone rings.
That's what
That's my cell phone
You need to
calls.
reprogram the
Yeah.
sound that your phone makes.
Oh, what is that noise?
Ding, 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 ding.
Sounds like your cell phone is drowning.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Teresa. Are you about? Because I'm headed that direction.
Oh, hello, Teresa. How lovely to hear from you.
I was just thinking about you.
Yes, I was just finishing
that
up some things in
camera.
my office here. Would you like to come by?
Yeah, I'll swing by. I have some business in the area, so I'll swing by and see you.
Excellent.
Hang up. Like 15 seconds later, your phone goes off again.
Again? Is it a phone call? Hello?
Riley?
Yes?
Sorry, Your Majesty.
Yes?
This is Dante Fiore.
Oh.
You may remember me from such.
Hits ass.
Dante Fiore was a Ventru who was sort of sent by Adrian's sire to
Yes.
just kind of watch.
Okay.
That's who he is.
Right, I do remember him.
He was like the expert on the supernatural.
Different guy.
Oh. Oh,
That's
not-
actually,
okay.
yeah, because that's Rocco Cohen.
Right, you're right.
Aha, yes. Dante Fiore was just the one that was kind of observing Adrienne as she was
Cool, 2 new
being
porn
prince.
stars. That's awesome. Dante Fiore and Rocco Colon?
Cohen.
Oh,
Colon.
Colon would be a whole other subgenre of porn.
non-resident, it's a very popular movie. Judgy.
I'm just saying it's a very different subgenre, that's all.
Yeah.
Depends on the era.
Yeah.
All right. I'm calling to inform you that the parent corporation of Adrian's concern has decided to make me CEO. So I will be staying on
Oh.
Oh, I
the
see.
island. And I figured I should let you know that I am here. And it will be staying if that's amenable to you.
Yes, you would be most welcome. Adrienne was a close friend of mine, and I would be pleased to see her company taken care of well. I know you will do a good job.
Thank you. Thank you for your confidence. Secondly, there's a package here that I think is for you. Well, for the prince, I'm guessing. It's not for me.
Could you describe it?
It's a box that is roughly
Writing in blood on it.
the
in
right,
fairy language.
about the right size to hold a head.
Oh.
In fact, I took the liberty of opening it because it was addressed to Adrienne,
What's in the box?
and I assumed it was a business thing. But there is a head inside. It's sort of in a plastic bag that was twist tied at the top. There's also what looks like to be a priest's collar inside as well.
All right, everybody, we should do this as one before the chat room does it too. What's that in the box? A head? Thank you.
Oh, I see.
I don't recognize the fellow. If you'd like, I could have someone send it by. If you'd like, I take a picture of it and just make it kind of go away. It's entirely up to you. It's been in the box for a while. My staff would like it not here.
Most understandable. I am curious if there's anything I can learn from seeing it directly, but I also don't want it in my presence.
Out of character, didn't we establish that dead bodies were things and not...
Yes.
Okay.
I threw a grope down on Lord Anthony's
Yeah.
remains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too bad you don't know anybody who knows how to preserve dead bodies.
You know, I have just the person for this. Someone will be by to pick it up.
Oh, okay. All right. I just have them see me.
Will do. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And welcome to the Mote.
Thank you. And congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna text Fitz. Could you pick the package up and bring it to me, please?
Will do.
2 birds, 1 stone, or 1 head, as it were. Oh, it's going to be an interesting day, isn't it? Being the prince is fun. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, you don't have to do like the annoying negotiations that she had to do. You just throw down the blue steel and everybody just does whatever you ask them to.
Teresa didn't say how long she was going to be, did she?
Well, she's clear on the other side of the island.
Okay.
It's going to be 20 minutes or so, maybe a half hour.
Okay. I'm going to make some calls. Unless you want me to, I don't probably need to RP these to the other members that I want to be on the Primogen Council to invite them to do so.
Okay. Yeah.
But mostly tell them that that's their job.
Right.
So that will be Calvin as our Nosferatu. Primogen. Brianna Barnes, Bruja, and Darren Crossgrave, our new Malkavian friend.
Okay. Who was the middle one?
Brianna Barnes. She's also Keeper of Elysium, and she's Bruja.
Right. I'm making notes.
Yeah, she's one of my buddies that I brought over onto
Right.
the Mote. And then I guess I'll stick with my original plan because I didn't know Dante was coming. Adrian's friend, Katerina Valentine, as the Ventru Primogen.
And in tonight's episode, Adrian Valentine as the Ventru.
The Ventru.
With special guest stars.
Okay.
Hooray!
Duly noted. Although I can't find. There's Darren. All right.
Yeah, he's our friend that was tied up in Scully's basement
Yes.
for like ever.
I have to. I'm moving them from where they were to where they're going to be.
Was it the Sisters of Bleeding Wounds Bar and Grill? No, the
Our Lady of Perpetual Dementia.
that's it. Our Lady of Perpetual Dementia Bar and Grill. Asylum
It was-
and Bar and
Asylum,
Grill.
It was-
Asylum and Grill.
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
How
Something
long
like
have you been here, Albert? God.
I usually wasn't at these meetings.
Sorry about it.
Okay, all of those are noted.
Hooray! Thank you. Okay. To-do list. Getting done. Yay.
Wow, look at that. She's got all sorts of boxes checked off.
Look, you gotta be organized.
All
if
in
you
the
wanna
first
be
5 hours of like being queen.
Is anybody actually surprised by that, though?
Oh, also I'm gonna call Carmen Diaria. I want her to be assistant deputy to the sheriff. She was most effective in quashing whatever happened while we were away killing Sebastian.
I
Excellent.
like that her character is the assistant to her other character.
Yes, I do also
It's
like
kinda
that
beautiful.
symmetry. It's fun.
Is that your other character?
No. Jesse's other
Jesse.
character
Jesse.
was Carmen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
So she's assisting herself.
She's assisting herself.
So, Master Vitter just redeemed drink for the memory of Prince Adrian.
Aww. Memories.
It's okay, I get to play with no responsibilities now. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I had to like do research and stuff. I was like trying to finish
Yeah.
my armor, and then I would like wait for the paint to dry and go research stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
And then paint some more, and then
To
go
remember
research stuff.
things, you have to make decisions, and somehow get people's advice and still seem like you're like in charge of everything. Yeah.
And you don't have the added ability of just, fuck it, I blue steel them, and now they have to do it.
Well, I could have dominated,
Yeah.
but it works a little differently. And instead of having you when she uses awe, you can still RP. Oh, I suddenly feel like with dominated, it's like you will do what I say. I will do what you say. So it's like
Yeah.
Break you.
a touchy thing that I don't know.
It's a little bit. It's a little
different.
bit more subtle, where it
Yeah.
can just be like, no, but I'm just being very persuasive
Yeah,
right
and
now.
you're like,
you
oh,
want
I
to
can
do
see
what
your
I say.
point. Like you can RP that a little bit better
Aw's
than
flirty
dominate.
and dominate's very rapey.
Yeah. That's one way of putting it. Yes.
I'm a gangrel. That's
Yeah.
what I do.
All right.
Okay. Whew. All right. To-do list getting done. Sorry, guys, for
That's cool.
dominating the
You said dominate.
the game. Okay.
The wine
That's a
cheese.
very, very resilient cheese.
It is. But I think it's just a very dull knife as well.
Anything else on your checklist?
Yes, but I have a question that I will Slack to you.
Okay.
Okay. And in the meantime, I'm gonna order in.
Okay.
Have Sean send over a model
All right.
because I'm hungry.
Okay. A model arrives around the same time as Tree Spawn.
Oh, okay.
Don't confuse the two.
No. So, the model will have to wait. Teresa, it's lovely to see you. How was your business?
It's the funniest thing. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, how odd. You know, that
I hate it when that happens.
happens to me sometimes. I put everything in my calendar on my phone because otherwise there's just too much to do. You can't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll think of it. I'm sure before I leave, I'll drive around until I do.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you're here. It's been a while since we've got a chance to catch up.
Oh, yes.
You know, I I don't know if she told you before she left, but our good friend Adrienne, she got a promotion, and she's no longer running the company here. She has gone overseas.
Oh, really?
Yes, so she unfortunately won't be back for a long time. Hopefully she can come visit, but you know how these things are.
Certainly.
But you know how she and I like to take an interest in fostering the affairs of the island, making sure everything's going well, and
Of course, yes.
towards our goal of having a safe vacation destination, very lucrative for everyone. So I just wanted to mention to you that, I'm super happy you're running for city council. I think you're going to do an amazing job.
Well, thank you.
And you definitely have my support. Do you have a campaign going already?
I have a, what's it called? Investigatory committee, or there's the thing just, what's the thing just before the, there's a name for it. I can't think of it right now.
We don't care.
But not quite. Not there's not a committee to elect yet, but there's a name for it. It's the pre-committee to elect.
Well, whatever that is, I would love to contribute to it.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I very much appreciate that.
You have my utmost confidence. And your successor, Detective, what was his name again?
Martin?
Who we hope is going to be taking over as police chief?
Martin Quinn.
Martin Quinn, yes.
Is it him, or was it Fred DeCastro?
I think it was Martin Quinn. I can't remember.
Yes, Martin Quinn.
What can you tell me about him?
He's a good cop.
Yeah.
He is very thorough. Has a nose for crime, as they say. Not the friendliest person around, but certainly very competent.
Excellent. Well, we definitely need that here. We don't want any return to the incidents of last year.
Oh, no.
Most definitely not. Let's see. Hang on, I'm going to roll some dice at her.
It's a cracker. Put this in a cracker. Thank you.
Oh, I should have decided what I was going to do before she got here. Let's try this one.
It's good cheese.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Appearance and empathy. We're going to do entrancement and see how that works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Empathy. Oh, I got a lot of that.
That's a new one. I don't think you've done that one before.
I did use it on the coroner originally before I
Oh, that's the one that can last a
For 2
really long
years.
time. Yeah.
I think I entranced him for a year, and
Did you spend the blood?
it's versus willpower. That one doesn't say spend a blood. Do I have to? Okay.
It
That's
says
fine.
player spends a blood and rolls. Appearance plus empathy difficulty
Okay.
equal to the target's current willpower. We'll say it's 6.
That's going to be one dead model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Write down the spend blood. Okay.
And
Difficulty
then,
6?
The difficulty 6.
Okay. One, two. Oh god, that's a lot of ones. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I think I got 1 success.
Did you have another one? Oh,
That one's a
yeah.
1.
Then yeah, you got 1.
Yeah, I got 1 success. So
1 hour.
1 hour. Okay. Well, that's enough. Because what is it? It does sort of the same thing as awe, if I remember correctly. They kind of.
Obedient minions are more personable and spirited than the mind slaves created by Dominate. They're also somewhat unpredictable. Further, since entrancement is of a temporary duration, dealing with a lapsed servant can be troublesome. But this power bends others' emotions, making them the vampire's willing servants. Due to what these individuals see as true and enduring devotion, they heed the vampire's every desire. Since this is done willingly, instead of having their wills sapped, these servants retain their creativity and individuality.
Okay. Acceptable.
It's temporary. Dealing with a lapsed servant can be troublesome. A wise kindred either disposes of those she entrances after they serve their usefulness, or binds them more securely with a blood bond.
Don't need more ghouls. Ugh. Wait, how many do I have?
More than one.
It's
Oh,
true.
no.
Let me go to my ghouls tab.
No,
and
I'm
see.
just... out of character, something else popped into my head. But,
Sean Thomas,
Yep. He's my assistant.
Ilana Smithfield,
Oh, right.
vice president, and Fitzpatrick.
Okay.
I only show 3. What?
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 What are you looking at?
I don't know.
What do you-
You said a thing, and I'm
I did, I'm like-
I wonder what that means.
Well, out of character. Didn't Scully have a bunch of ghouls that he's
Little T
And the dolphins.
and the Dolphins, but what are they going to do to you?
You'd be surprised. Fucking dolphins.
fishermen disappearing off of boats?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Suddenly
but
nobody's
Shut up,
able to
dolphins.
go between Los Angeles and
Oh, that was the
Houston.
thing I forgot to put on my to-do list. Yes. Somebody's got to deal with the dolphins.
1, 2, 3, not it.
No, I know exactly who's
What
going to
did
deal
we not
with
it? Is that what you said?
it also helps if you can talk to them.
Yeah.
Even if it's through
Just
FaceTime.
What?
FaceTime.
Right.
Yeah.
It lets you talk to animals.
Yeah.
Rest in
Okay.
peace, Hazel.
FaceTime the Dolphins.
It's an app. It controls the animals.
I think that was the best lie she told that whole game.
Okay.
Oh.
Was that you? I haven't listened to the APs.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
my character's like super non-technology.
Right.
So there was like the ghoul dolphins, and they convinced her that the app was
It's an
controlling
app.
them.
Well, it lets you talk to animals.
It lets you
Talk
talk
to
the
animals. Yes, that's what FaceTime is for.
And learn their languages.
Oh.
I think we determined,
Okay.
except for ants. For some reason, ants were the only
Yeah.
thing that
I was very
didn't
interested
work
whether
well.
it helped you communicate with snakes randomly, for no reason whatsoever.
Okay. I'm going to have to start murdering people. Okay.
Is that crown getting heavy yet?
Yeah.
So it looks like it's slipping a little.
It's on there pretty good.
Okay.
It's at a jaunty angle. It's fine.
The jauntiest.
It's rakish.
Let's see. Refresh my memory. How does one go about making a ghoul? You have to feed them your blood
3 times.
3 times.
Once, they're a little bit bound. Second, they're a little more bound. And third time, they're your best friends. And they're addicted to you.
Okay, so they're not actually a ghoul until the 3rd time.
But don't you also have to
Yes.
maintain that relationship?
Once a month, you have to
Yes.
feed them. And it's a small amount. It's not even a point, I don't think.
It's not a lot.
Unless you have a lot of ghouls.
Yeah. Well,
And then, yeah.
then you'd start
horrible.
bumping them off.
Then there's a schedule to maintain because you got to know when you ghouled when. 'cause
Oh,
if
they'll
get
let you
off-
know. They'll let you know.
Unless they're stuck in the water.
That's true.
Okay. I'm going to go make her a whiskey because I know she likes whiskey. We met her at that whiskey bar one
Right.
time and just boop. We'll
Okay.
give it to her. And
You could also just tell her to drink it.
oh, that's true. I could.
Yeah. Because she's entranced.
Yeah.
Whiskey and blood just go so nicely together.
Yeah, it's a little.
There's a nice bite to it.
It's so gauche to
Pun
just be
intended.
like, here, drink this.
Okay.
So
Just need to rinse it down a bit.
your punk metal album, by the way, it needs to be Whiskey and Blood.
Whiskey and blood.
Yeah.
Awesome name.
So I'm gonna give her that and just tell her, I think that I could do so much for this island if I was just, regularly well informed about the challenges the police department faces, what kinds of, things are going on the island that you might be investigating. I know you all like to keep public fervor down and keep things quiet when there are a lot of crimes, but I could just do so much as a prominent member here on the island to keep the peace and promote the welfare of the island if I was just privy to all of the things that go on in the government without having to just be a part of the day-to-day.
Oh, of course. I mean, absolutely. That's not a problem at all.
That would be so appreciated.
Would you like daily briefings, weekly?
I think weekly briefings would be ideal. If something of particular emergency comes up, do feel free to call me immediately. Especially anything unusual or particularly violent. Those types of things we would want to know, right away so we can protect as many citizens as possible.
Oh, she's using the royal we. It
just like slips off the tongue.
Even with mortals.
Yes, definitely. So, I do love meeting with you anyway, Teresa. We could just have a weekly chat and just catch up on all the goings on. Keep me apprised, and I'll do what I can to help.
Excellent. Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
Lovely. Well, I'm sure you have much business to attend to, and it is getting late. I don't want to keep you too late.
Oh, very, very well. I wish I could just remember why I came. I'll drive around a little bit. Maybe I'll see where it was I was going to go.
I hope you do remember.
Very nice seeing you.
You as well.
And drives away.
Okay, now I'm going to eat that model.
Okay. How much of the model are you going to eat?
Let's see. How much can I take safely? What do we say?
Like 2 or 3.
2 or 3?
2 or 3. I think it's 3. 3 sticks in my mind.
Yeah, I think we were doing it wrong originally.
Oh, well, that's quite possible.
Us doing something wrong.
Perfect.
I think, I'm not positive. I don't remember. I wrote it. It's here in my thing somewhere.
Yeah, I write stuff down too, and then I remember to, where is it? It's on one of these pages.
Oh, I missed the thing. There we go.
We'll say 3 for now.
Okay.
I think it's 2, but we'll say 3.
Well, I can do 2.
No, go ahead and do 3.
Okay.
I thought 3 was like starting to get in the danger zone. 4
It is a
needing
little.
to be hospitalized.
Well, this is a female model or a male model?
Probably female.
2.
2. Okay.
Anemic.
Doesn't have the same body mass.
That's fine. You're for a model. I'll give it to you.
Of course.
Speaking of danger zones.
I specified model.
I know. That's why
Hey.
you're getting a pass.
The VLD models are not all waifishly thin.
Excellent.
We prefer buff Amazon ladies. Ladies of...
Oh, if that's the case, then you can have 3.
Okay.
2 just takes them off, puts them on the disabled list. 3 puts them on the disabled list for like a week.
Oh, okay.
Because they're anemic and they're...
Yeah. We'll take 2.
And you don't let them eat much.
I'm not. They have to eat. They need to work
Not
out.
the Amazon ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on their agency. What they're.
She's changing the vision
Okay.
of the modeling.
The variety of body types.
Exactly.
There's a lot of variables.
In our runway shows. Thank you.
I can't find the ghouling rules. Look up the ghouling rules.
Copy that. Keep it right there.
They're very vague from what I remember.
I seem to remember that too.
Okay.
But it's like a sip of blood. It doesn't even have to be a point. But I do believe it has to be over 3 nights.
Okay. Yes, that I do remember. It wasn't like one and
You
done
can't like
kind of
drink
thing.
again. Now
Yeah.
you're cool. No.
Now you're good.
It's
Yeah.
got to be like over
Yeah,
3
okay.
different nights.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it had to be consecutive or not.
It doesn't have to be consecutive.
I don't remember.
No, when I Googled people, it could be far apart.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have to be.
It
like,
doesn't
right
have to be
next
boom,
each other.
boom, boom. Yeah. It's just like with each time they drink your blood, then they get closer. It can be spaced out.
Okay.
But every time they drink it, they get closer to you. Until then, you have to maintain it.
Right, and then it's like once a month ish.
There's a maintenance ghouling period.
Yes.
Maintenance school.
Bring in your ghoul for regular maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
You have like a
Otherwise,
sticker
they
on
break
them.
down and blow up your building.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have a sticker that's like, next day for servicing. You
I
just,
think
like,
that's whose head is in the
stick it
thing.
right to them.
I know that's whose
I'm
head
sure
is
that,
in
yeah.
the thing,
I'm like,
yeah.
it would be too good a news if it was like the other guy we sent him to kill.
Oh
his head.
yeah.
That'd be like.
I don't think the priest would have sent us the bishop's head in a box. Well, he might have
might
to
have
you,
sent it to
actually.
Adrian. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
That was part. I mean, on the remote chance that it might be.
Yeah. That's a really good point, though. What happens to ghouls once the vampire is dead? Like,
That is a good question.
is he gonna like go for? I'm not gonna say it when Stu's here because it might give him an idea. Hi, Stu.
What?
Nothing. Everything's fine. Good to
Everything's
see
fine.
you. Happy you're here.
How are you?
Although we should ask the GM
Boring
what happens to
conversation anyway.
ghouls
It's
when.
fine to hear. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
Hey Stu, would you mind grabbing me a sparkling water?
Certainly. You want the watermelon one?
Yeah, that one's real good. Thank you. Gotta fix my hair.
There's also a couple of hard root beers.
I haven't tried those before. Are they any good?
If you like root beer, you absolutely.
I do like root beer.
Or you can make a war
A
ghoul.
lot of sugar in it.
There's like a
Oh.
You know what's really fun though? Is to make a root beer float with the alcoholic root beer.
Wanted to do
That
that.
It is
and
so
Guinness ice
good.
cream.
Yeah.
That seems like a good
And
idea.
I wanted a little extra pop to it, so I also added root beer schnapps.
Nice.
You must not be diabetic.
Not
Creating a
last
ghoul.
time I checked. I might be now. I have the diabetes.
You have the diabetes.
The diabetes just from drinking that.
You've got the sugar diabetes. All right, my mic is back on.
Excellent.
Okay.
Well, it's 496. It talks about creating ghouls, but it actually
That's
seems
making
like
characters.
Making a character as a ghoul.
That's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, that's different.
That would be interesting.
So let's try 269.
No,
Anyway.
I'm pretty sure we like 100%.
I know.
We looked it up and it didn't have to be 3
Right.
days in a row.
Yeah.
I got nothing else to do.
All right.
Wow.
And you had someone else coming to see you. Who was that?
Fitz is coming with the head in the box.
Right. I was saying that'll probably take 45 minutes or so. Is
Okay,
anyone?
that sounds good. Somebody else could do something while I'm writing my notes.
It's my head in the box. Right, it's a,
The big question
it's
is,
a head in the box. Yeah, it's a head in the
which
box.
priest's head is it?
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Soon.
exciting. Unless it's so decapitated that we, or decomposed that we can't tell.
I'll just throw a grub down on it.
That's good.
So you're still at the.
No, I'm just doing vampire chilling
Okay.
things. I probably ate someone, and I don't know. I'm probably not shopping, but
Okay.
Ace is watching TV
Right.
downstairs.
Where did you go?
She's not hungry, so she's chilling.
And I'm going to go to the was it Conde Sanguine Caliente. And I'm only down a point, though.
Yes, I'm only down a point, so there's no reason to go out
Yeah.
hunting. And I got a brand new TV, so
You know what? I'm still
just
fresh off
watch
this
it.
whole off thing. I'm going to make a phone call. I'm going to create a contact.
All right.
awesome.
He's another gangrel. I met at a thing. That's what gangrels do. They get together and have things.
would you like to go and do a thing?
Thing. Not
Does
the
he-
thing, though.
Does he have a name, or should I come up with
Why
one?
don't you come up with one? We met in combat and bonded a bit, as gangrels can. You know, they don't drink beer, but that would be the equivalent of
Perfect
that.
name. Daniel Lynch.
Perfect.
Nice.
Love that.
Really?
The vampire brother to
that like
David
a-
Lynch.
Oh, yeah, that's.
Do you think of David Lynch?
Yeah, I was like, that sounds really. And then I was like, oh yeah.
And
It took me a
he
minute. I'm slow. I'm tired. I'm very tired.
he's just another
A
gangrel,
lot of
but he's.
drinking.
I'm going to say I don't know. He's not on the west. Well, he could be on the west coast, but he's.
A mendicant.
Well, I'm going to say he's older. He's been around more. He knows more. He has more contacts. And you can play with that as best you can. How's that?
Okay.
Does that work?
Sure.
If you need any more specifics, ask me. I'll let you know.
Ask him so he can go,
And I'll come up with stuff if you want.
Just kidding,
I
guys.
totally have an actual great idea.
Maybe a biker.
We just did that. Let's not. We
Okay, you want
could
something
be.
else?
I'm
What's
already
your
a
great
biker.
idea? Share your great idea store.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Story time with Stork.
Yeah.
Storky time.
He works as a maitre d'
Okay.
in a club.
I feel like you should like be
a
rolling
goth
up an
club.
attribute list.
Do goth clubs have major Ds?
They do now.
Yeah.
The
He
fan
works
a
as
very
a bouncer in a goth club.
Okay.
It's an exclusive
That's good
goth
because I,
club.
I don't know how to spell maitre d'.
We could spell it for you.
Yeah.
Last time I met him.
T-R-E
M-A-I-T-R-E.
M-A-I-E apostrophe D.
I think it is.
Because it's maitre d' something.
But he's also been
Original.
known to travel like on the Burning Man circuit as well.
Oh, so he's a burner! Many exclamation points.
Cut me
Okay.
a piece of cheese, actually.
How much cheese would you like, my daughter?
And he has a nickname, of course, and his
Like
nickname
a
is...
finger's width?
Yeah.
The lynch mob.
That'll
Lynch
end
mob.
well.
Okay. All right, you have a contact.
I'll give him a call.
He exists. Who's this?
It's been a long time there, Daniel. How's it going?
Who's this?
It's Albert Drawlight.
Hey! Hornstash!
That's the one. How's it going there, lynch mob?
Good. Good.
So,
No, you can't. No. Get out of line. Get out of line. Get out of line.
it's the perfect job for a gangrel. I really should have taken up on his offer. I really could. I'm going to tell him that I really should have taken you up on your offer. That's a great job.
What's up?
I'm looking for a specific gangrel.
Who?
I don't know. That's the problem.
That's not very specific.
He anonymously attacked around 2014? 2015 in
I'm gonna let you.
North Hollywood?
I'm gonna let you hang.
Because your character is like, I don't
I'm
hear
30
about
or
your
40
life.
years old. Yeah. Right.
Why are you telling me about yourself? What do I care?
I don't care.
I need to know a couple of things to start with here. First of all, I'm dealing with this young gangrel who showed up, literally washed up on my shores here. She's raising hell. I need to find her sire. She wants to find her sire. I don't know if,
Whereabouts?
It would be here in the LA area. It would have been in 2014. The thing is, he attacked her, left her as you do, but he hasn't shown back up. I'm concerned it's Sabat.
That's possible. You're not far from them.
Nope. By the way, you might want to stay out of Hollywood for a while. It seems like Orange County has fallen.
Oh. That's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
20 minutes away as the bat flies.
No, it's like
As the bat
45.
That's the
Oh, it's
bat flies.
As a bat flies.
Not traffic.
Yes. Otherwise,
Like
as a human drives.
2 hours. Yeah.
Huh.
Well, just think about it. Put out some feelers. Let me know. I'll come up with some more specifics once I can get her to talk more.
Where? So
What were you doing in 2014 in Hollywood on or around?
I hate kids.
Yeah, okay. That's why you're perfect at that job.
I'll ask around.
Yeah.
No, I mean, there's also the possibility that whoever it was is no longer around.
Mm-hmm.
There's been some fighting and deaths there, from what I've heard in the Los Angeles.
Whoever embraced her was pretty powerful as well. That's the other thing. We're not talking.
What was your starting generation? Do you remember?
10th.
10th. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Though I've moved up the ranks since.
Right.
No.
I'll make some calls. I'll see if I can come up with something.
That's why I'm wondering. It's somebody who was slumming it, or it's somebody who was very powerful. Yeah.
Huh. All right. Now, L.A. is an L.A. proper, L.A.
Hollywood area.
Hollywood. All right. I'll look around.
Out of character, what was this guy's name again?
Lynch. Daniel Lynch.
Daniel Lynch.
Daniel Lynch. Okay.
Nicknamed the Lynch Mob. He's a bouncer at a goth and a burner.
Goth bouncer / burner. Nice.
Easy pickings. Come on. Nobody comes out at the middle of the day.
That's a good point.
I always forget how tall I made her.
How tall is she?
She's 5'10".
Nice. Got long reach, especially with those claws.
Hells yeah.
Okay. So he says he'll make some calls.
Yeah, all right. I'll call you back tomorrow night. Oh, yeah, my number. You can call me. In the meantime, I'll see if I can get more specifics. To be honest,
how long
I
are you going to have this number?
That's funny every time.
Yeah, I'll call you tomorrow.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, fine. I'll see if I can get any more specifics out of her. You know how it is.
Gangrels.
So friendly and accommodating.
I'm still under this
The kindest.
I'm still under this weird spell. It's bizarre.
Feel so helpful for some
do.
reason.
It's not like me.
It's witchcraft.
Oh.
Special delivery.
There's got to be somebody to open the door.
Oh, yeah,
I've
yeah.
got
Just a harmless
security,
dolphin,
dude.
Are you just in there, or do you have your office?
I'm in my office where the relics are
Okay, all
of
right.
my victories.
Right. So they come into the room, and then someone. You have a receptionist, or what are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
And
Because I'm sorry, he had just been there, so they're,
It's only
they're
the
going to let
day.
him
She's
back.
got
no
a
receptionist,
receptionist,
just security. Yeah, so
I
you can
like
just
your
come
blood
in.
arrow.
All right.
What? Oh, yeah.
Oh, hello, Fitz.
Where do you want me to put this?
On my desk, please. In the box. Thank you.
Would you like to know the cause of death?
I would.
I believe it was decapitation.
You know, I suspect that you're right. I'm gonna look at it. Do I recognize him?
Corner jokes are the
Yes.
funniest. They're
Was
cornering.
it Adrian's ghoul?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to throw a rope down on him.
Is he still there?
Is
Did
Fitz
you
still there?
dismiss him, or is he still there?
He's still there.
Okay. He says, I did notice. He reaches in and flops the head over on the side. I think this was a hot knife.
A hot knife. Oh.
Because if you look, then he shows you, like, pulls back a flap of skin. He says,
It's like cauterized.
he says, see this right here? Those are burn marks. And they actually, I wonder if it might have been like a hot garrote or something, because they go all the way around.
It's a gorot.
Looks like a.
Oh.
The garrote's so
Yeah.
hot right now.
So hot.
All right, so that's actually going to be the name of your porn group, which is Hot Garage.
Hot garrote.
And the album is going to be
What was that
Nice.
guy's name? Father O'Malley? The
What do we
priest?
decide?
I forgot.
Father
So
Patrick
Whiskey
O'Malley.
Blood.
Patrick
Yeah,
O'Malley,
Whiskey and
yes. Yes. Let's see. Okay. Well, his head was cauterized off his body, possibly with the garrote. Perfect.
a Hot Garage.
Hansel's so hot right now. Hansel.
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw
love
a
that
rope
movie.
down.
I know. I know. That's what I was going for.
You don't recognize him.
Should we also have a you googly for the head?
You don't recognize him as it's too.
A you googly?
Oh.
Or did you think I was too stupid to know what a you
Oh
googly
no,
is?
I recognized him. It's the priest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are
I
quoting.
totally forgot that.
I'll never forget that.
Zoolander.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I had to be you Googleized.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw a rope down.
you destroyed Stu.
I know, it's my favorite pastime.
I know, he's awesome. He's such an easy
so
mark.
funny.
And he's got such a satisfying laugh. It's great.
What's my difficulty
Also,
for
I'm
spirits
good.
touch? Is it
There
6?
is that. It's the best, though, to make him laugh.
And modest.
This is Auspex, correct?
Yes.
This
Auspex.
this
3.
is the Spirit's Touch.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. Player rolls perception. Empathy difficulty is determined by the age of the impression and the mental and spiritual strength of the person or event that left them.
Ooh.
Sensing information from a patrol.
Show us on this head where the spirits
The
touch
pistol
you.
used to murder hours ago may require a 4. Learning who owned a bloodstained puppet fashioned a century ago may be a 9. We'll say it's a 4.
Okay.
Especially
Now I want to see a
the
bloodstained puppet.
spiritual power of the probably this is fake. Yeah. Oh, 1.
Oh, do you think it...
2, 3,
Do you have suspicions
4.
there, Kimmy, about what it
I do.
is? I do, too.
4 successes.
4 successes.
I don't.
Yeah, you were.
I know. Just in case anyone was wondering.
Yeah. Perfectly good reason for not having any suspicions. And technically, my character doesn't have any suspicions or care anymore.
Yeah.
So at 4, you get the person's name.
Yeah.
Looking. Thomas Herbert.
Bishop Thomas Herbert. Thought so. I don't get any info about the type of weapon used.
Nope.
Just the name. Okay.
Yeah, that's the last person who put a psychic connection on this.
If he was the one, he was the third one of the. Yeah.
You got two of them.
Yeah. They're the.
You got the pyromancer,
And he's
then
the
you've got-
Bishop of LA, right?
Yes.
Okay. Bishop Thomas Herbert. I smell a collaboration coming. Okay.
I think I smell a dead head from upstairs.
You might.
Freaking hippies. Deadheads.
Well, this is unfortunate.
Get out.
But not entirely surprising. Fitz, would you do me a favor and incinerate this for me, please?
Yeah, sure.
You do have an incinerator at the morgue, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Naturally. Also, I wanted to talk to you because Albert mentioned that you were quite curious about
You brought me into it.
your
Thanks.
future.
You've been snitched on.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I thought you might be. You seem to be curious about, your future.
Well, yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Can I ask why?
Well, it just seems,
Furry.
I don't know, I don't know a lot about it,
Fair,
but if some of the, rumors and such that I've heard are true, it doesn't sound like that bad of a thing.
What rumors have you heard?
Well, there's the not dying one,
Sort of, yes.
sort of.
Well, I mean, technically you sort of have to die. It's not being alive forever.
Yeah. And abilities, and I've heard that there's some can turn into bats, and some of them can do all kinds of stuff, I've heard. Strong or fast.
Hang on. This one. Yes, this one.
Is that the stats for your gun that you're going to shoot him with right now?
I'm not gonna shoot him. I'm not gonna shoot him. He's Fitz. He's been terribly useful so far.
Terribly.
I'm gonna try not to murder him. Don't make me murder you, Fitz. 6. We'll use this one. Okay. Spending blood like it's water tonight, man. Okay, we'll just put it there. It's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna try for awe again.
Is this outside edible?
Yes.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try
Difficult
this.
Hope so.
Well, we've been eating it so good, I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Difficulty 7. Oh, that one is like
Cough. Whoop.
no. Okay. It was on the side. I'm gonna re-roll it.
Okay.
Let's see. That's
I was hoping it would go to the. There you go.
4 successes for
Would-
awe.
Okay.
Oh.
Aw.
Oh?
So I mean, it doesn't really matter because he's the only one in the
That's more of a
room.
wah.
Fitz, those are very interesting rumors, but I am disappointed to tell you it's not as glamorous as I may make it look.
All right.
I wish this game had bennies.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm not
You
even.
timed that because we both switched it.
I'm not even down any willpower to get back
Damn.
to making you take your
That
pick.
was funny.
It's despite this fabulous tiara, it is quite a heavy burden. And the reasons that I rely on you for your assistance in many matters is because, honestly, I'm just here to protect you mortals in this realm, as is my responsibility now that I've been burdened with this state of being.
She's good.
I wouldn't want to curse you with such a future when you could live as you do as a mortal. It is to be envied. You have such the privilege of life. such that I could not take that away from you. If there is anything else I can gift you with to show my appreciation, a fine vintage of whiskey perhaps, assisting you in being promoted within, I don't know what the next step up from
Whatever it is
official
that
morgue
you
guy
do.
would be, but
Well, I'd be working the day shift. I like nights.
well, we certainly want you to be in a position where you're happy. And I just it can be so hard to be happy in this existence, as it were. You may enjoy the night and the day.
Thank you for opening my eyes. I don't think I was seeing it quite clearly.
I understand from the rather salacious rumors you may have been led to believe that it could be enticing, but the reality, as with many things, the grass is always greener, is sadly not the case. But if you do have questions or concerns, you are always free to bring them to me.
I appreciate it. I'll go ahead and take care of this.
It would be most helpful. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Before he goes,
Now you're looking up the stats for the gun.
no, just gonna dig around in there a little bit to see if that.
See, I really thought you were going to start a whole line of like purses with skulls here. I really thought that was going to end up like another piece of jewelry. I'm like, really? You're going to burn it? Okay.
Well, no, that one's not my enemy. It's not a trophy. Intelligence. He was helping. He was trying to murder the bishop for us. And subterfuge. 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Telepathy?
Telepathy.
Can I find? Oh, it's Auspex. That's right.
Yeah. Aspects 4.
And you need to know difficulty is the subject's willpower.
Yes.
Do you get a? He's gold though. Don't you get some kind
He's
of
gold,
bonus
and
for
I
that?
just awed him.
Let's say it's
And
3.
he's still in his 2-year, like.
Oh, yeah.
He's already pre-odd.
Still
Yeah.
entranced from the first time.
Right.
It's like half a
I
die.
know. We're all going to be dead in 2 years.
What was it? What did we say it was? 3?
3s.
Oh, good. 'Cause
You got really
1,
lucky.
2, 3. 3 successes.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's 3 pieces of info then. So I just want to like dig around in his.
He's very
little brain
disappointed.
a little bit.
He's very disappointed.
No, buddy.
Let's see.
Poor little coroner.
So sad.
Little pet coroner. Pat him on the head.
He's still figuring he better leave his wife for you.
Oh.
And,
Dear.
Because he's cool.
Yeah.
And he's got to figure out a way to get the head into the incinerator unobserved. So those are the 3 things on his mind.
You should just slip it in while he's cremating another body.
Yeah.
Strangest thing, dude had 2 heads.
So weird.
Once it's all bits, no one's gonna know.
That sounds like a him problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, puts the twist tie back on. Off he goes. Okay.
Probably getting bored watching TV.
All right.
Just walk upstairs, kind of look at her, and leave.
There's a guy ahead of you carrying a box. It stinks.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. No. And I just wait for him to get the hell out of the way
Okay.
and just like bolt the other way around the edge of the compound
Right.
away from him.
Okay.
Let's go wandering.
All right.
I'm going to slyly observe other vampires on the island and start getting familiar with their habits, kind of their routines,
Okay.
things like that. Starting probably with the Primogen Council,
All right.
and just kind of like, yeah, what do they do?
Calvin is the busiest vampire you've ever seen.
Okay, I'm sure.
He literally travels around as quickly as possible and talks to everyone.
Okay.
He'll sit and talk to someone until they don't talk to him anymore, and then he'll go talk to someone else.
Okay.
So you see him one, and at some point, I don't think he's met you yet, has he?
Yeah.
He knows who she is.
Yeah, we were at. Yeah.
I also asked him to watch her.
Okay, and he's also, wasn't he the one that was talking to the dolphins?
Yes.
He's the one that FaceTimed you, so he probably
Right.
does know who you are.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he eventually shows up.
Okay. We're following each other. That's amazing.
Yeah, it pops
Yeah.
up beside you.
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey, what's up? So, okay. So you've obviously looked right next to me now.
Yeah.
Well, good evening, Calvin. Good evening, Calvin. It's good to see you.
Yeah. It's very, I forgot your character's name.
Layla.
Layla, that's right. Yeah, it's very good to see you too. How you been?
Very good. I'm trying to learn the routines of the island, get a feel for it. It's very different than any place I've been before. Very modern.
Oh, really? Where are you from?
Oh, from the old world. So it's
Like
been
England?
something like that, yes.
France?
Yes. I've been to France and to England. I've come from everywhere. I like to think of myself as a citizen of the world.
Oh, where were you born?
It's been a very long time. It was quite a long time ago. What you would call the parts of Europe, I'm sure. We didn't really have like country names so much then. We didn't worry so much about it.
Oh, I didn't realize you were that old.
Well,
Really?
not quite that old, but when you're a peasant, you don't really worry about where the lines on the map are, you know?
Wow. You had peasants?
Oh, yes, they're still peasants. What do you call them?
People.
Well, that's very American of you.
Born and bred!
I can tell. Yes. Yes, it was very interesting going to the Elysium the other day with the chess game and seeing, it was like this interesting merging of like the old world and like the new vampires all trying to meet and mingle, and it's very interesting.
I didn't get to go.
Oh, you didn't? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm so
we
sorry.
were watching the island.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
Well, I bet if you ask that Prince Riley would let you go in the future.
You think?
I do think.
I kind of get the impression she doesn't like me very much.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know enough about it, but it seems that if she doesn't,
Council.
Well, yeah, you did.
yeah, it seems that if like she is.
Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Oh, so he's all.
He may not know
yeah,
that
you
yet.
probably
I don't
should
know.
I called him on the phone.
well,
That's right.
right.
You did.
I wrote it down.
Oh yes,
Way to thank you for that. Somebody's taking notes.
she called you on your little phone earlier, but did she not, and tell you that you were on the council?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Erase it.
my greatest congratulations to you.
Oh, thank you.
That is a very high honor. It is your first time on a Primogen Council?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Oh, well, congratulations.
I mean,
It is-
normally that would have gone to Scully, we think.
To whom?
Scully. He was the.
Oh. Scully.
Yeah.
Like a school? No?
Funny you should. That's why they called him that. Yeah.
Really? Oh, that's fascinating. I
He's
didn't-
the one that kind of invited us all here.
Oh. Well, I am. Where is he now?
Don't know. He was in the fight. He was in the big fight
Oh.
over in the valley, and
in the valley.
and there was
The valley.
he was part of Sebastian.
Right. No. Yes. Well, I was just thinking like the valley is a very general term, very like peasants, and the valley is an acceptable term, but peasant is not. It's very confusing to me.
Well, that's just if you're from here, the San Fernando Valley. This.
Oh, it's a specific valley.
Well, yeah, but
see.
it's it's always just called the Valley
Oh, I see.
because we actually have quite a few valleys. Come to think of it, there's a San Gabriel Valley too.
Yes.
but no one calls that.
No.
No.
Oh, it's very interesting. I will have to study a map soon.
But yeah, he was underground when they set the bombs, and then no one knows what happened to him.
I'm sorry for the loss of your friend.
Yeah, it was a shame. He's a nice guy.
I'm sure. He was very wise if he was the one who brought you to the island.
We're loud.
I'm sorry.
We're with magnets.
So what does one vampire do? Like, why do vampires come to the moat? The humans, it's a vacation location.
Sure.
So is this a holiday location for vampires as well, or is there a strategic reason why it's a very important place that many people are taking interest in? Because while it is a lovely place, I am a little bit at a loss.
I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of vampires from the mainland will come here. Sometimes, if they have problems and their regular hunting grounds, or because most of the people who are here are going to be leaving, right? Because they're not
the people.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Because they're coming on vacation. I mean, there's.
So it's a place of banishment for vampires.
No. But they'll come here maybe for a while to kind of lay low.
Oh.
And then.
Interesting.
Head back.
Yes.
I mean, that's kind of in the past. I mean, right now. I mean, that's back in Anthony's day.
Anthony.
Yeah, he was Lord of the Island. A couple years ago.
Oh, so there have been many lords of this island recently.
Well, Anthony was Lord for a long time.
Oh, I see.
Real long time.
And what happened to Anthony?
He died.
Oh.
I think his brother killed him. Sebastian. I think his brother killed him.
Oh. So he was a Toreador as well?
No, he was Nosferatu.
Oh. This is a very interesting island. It's very strange.
Yeah, I like it. It's nice.
Yes, it is definitely not boring.
No.
So I can see the appeal, especially for those who are looking for something different.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good change of scenery, I guess.
Yes. I'm just going to make small talk. We don't necessarily have to RP the whole thing.
After a while, he says, well, I got to go check in with what's her name? He would know her name.
Esmeralda?
The tall girl?
Nope, not Esmeralda. Nope, I'll find it. I will find it. Brianna Barnes. I got to go talk to Brianna.
Well, have a lovely evening.
You too.
And I will see you tomorrow night, I hope.
I always make my rounds.
Excellent. Well, and once again, welcome and to the Primogen Council. It's a great honor.
Thank you.
What time is it in game?
It's probably midnight, maybe 1 o'clock.
Okay.
It's November. Long nights.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I haven't heard from Esmeralda. Do I know where she is?
Esmeralda, where would Esmeralda be at this point?
Listen, you made a brouhaha. You're sheriff. You just, come on. You just be lucky she's not burning down a building.
She probably at the beginning. It's probably at the beginning of the night, or maybe the night before. It told you that she had some business on the mainland that you needed to take care of.
Okay, that's what I was expecting. Okay,
Right.
so I'm not looking for her.
Right.
Okay.
There is your phone rings. It is Brianna, but when you pick it up, there's no one there. It's like the call drops before you pick it up.
Well, that's odd. This is gonna sound metagamey, but I promise it's not. I'm gonna call Calvin because
Okay.
he is good at finding people.
Yes, he is.
and ask him,
Yeah.
"Hi, Calvin.
Hey.
Question for you.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
just got a weird call from Brianna's phone, and it dropped the call.
Well, she hasn't got good. Her phone sucks.
Yes. Just the same. Princely concern and all, you know. Could you find her for me?
Yeah. I'm still following you know who.
Oh, yes. This takes precedence.
Okay.
That's sort of a general, let me know if she does anything weird, following sort of thing.
You got it. About 15 minutes later, he calls you. Say, yeah, she's here. Everything's fine.
Oh, good. Could you put her on, please?
Sure. Yeah.
Brianna,
Yeah.
did you call me?
Oh, no, I butt dialed you.
Ah, I see. That can happen to the best of us. How are things going for Elysium tomorrow?
Hold on a second. Didn't say butt dialed. It said bottom dialed.
Bottom dialed?
Yes.
That's not a very Bruja thing to say.
No.
Listen, I have some thoughts for tomorrow's event. Could you come in, please, to the office?
Sure. Yeah, I'll be right there.
Thank you. Bottom dialed.
Okay. That's 45-minute drive. Do they have celerity? Bruja? Off the top of my head, I don't.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think that's really Toreador and Nosferatu.
They have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More, they don't usually give powers to more than 2 clans. I mean, then there's the equal over Sabbat. I could be wrong. More often than I am.
I thought she was using it, but
I'll
maybe
look it
maybe it's
up.
because of her Nosferatu character, though. I might be thinking of
Yeah, that might be
Carmen.
the one shot.
That might be why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nosferatu have it.
Yeah, I
They
know, and she
definitely-
had the one shot. That's probably why I remember Jesse using it at one point, but it may have been for Carmen.
Clan disciplines, Bruja, celerity,
Oh.
Oh, they do. Okay.
potence,
okay.
and presence. Celerity and potence. Wow.
Yep.
Okay. So it's more like 10 minutes away.
Okay.
Jesus, I'm sorry. That was
All
loud.
right.
That was probably really loud.
Just a little.
Straightening my shirt, and the mic fell off.
There it is. Okay.
So we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
Nope. I was doing the Picard.
Sorry, writing notes furiously.
I'm sorry. I'm also looking up something furiously.
Oh, I totally
Did you just
still
say rut-row?
forgot
No.
Okay, good.
to
You're
Slack
projecting.
you the
I am.
thing.
I am. Fair. Fair.
Slack.
That was mysterious.
Okay.
Super mysterious.
Extra super mysterious.
Double super extra mysterious.
Times infinity.
Brianna comes in.
Double secret mysterious.
Okay.
She times infinity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I Animal House.
Your Majesty.
Hello, Brianna. How is security going for the Elysium tomorrow?
Well, we have the regular security guards that'll be tasked there. I'm going to talk to Calvin about having the Nosferatu there unseen.
Excellent. Calvin will need to be seen. He
It
is.
doesn't say. I'm sorry. I have to retcon this. I'll have Calvin and his cohorts.
Okay.
Wouldn't have said Nosferatu.
Right. We don't actually call them that in game.
Not to
Yes.
their face.
Yeah. That's their face.
Well, Calvin will need to be seen. I've appointed him Primogen of the Nosferatu, so he will have a place of honor. But definitely Mario and Carmen, if they could be unseen security for us, would be lovely. Any concerns?
No. No, it's coming along nicely. If you want to come and review the decor at some point, see if it meets with your approval.
Yes, most definitely. I think I will have time for that. Let's see, what time, out of character, what time, I guess I get to decide what time the event happens
Yes.
the next night. What time is sunset in November?
Oh, it's
pretty
probably
early,
6.
Yeah, 6?
I would think maybe even earlier than that. It might be 5.
Okay. Let's say the event is at like 10.
Okay.
Give me a couple hours to like get some shit done first.
Fair.
Gotta get dressed.
Gotta get my outfit on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'll move
true.
that. Nope, she's gonna need throw blood too. She's gonna need another supermodel soon.
Well,
I don't need a blood for this
Making
one. It's
head
okay.
cheese.
Yeah.
Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Mysteries of the Rhine.
Okay, so I'm gonna do telepathy. The difficulty is her willpower. So what am I looking for?
Ocho.
Ooh. Yikes. I'm gonna use my help a player dice.
Nice.
Thank you, chat room. Come on.
Oh, that's a lot of
8.
dice. Like
Yeah.
a hero game all of a sudden.
Ooh. There you go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let it be known that your new dice rolled a 10.
Thank
Your
you,
help a
From
Easy Roller Dice.
EasyRollerDice.com.
your help a player one's canceled out though.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I got them in this sweet skull tin
Nice.
It is pretty rad.
with my, and they're rose gold, so they match my tiara.
And it's all lined.
That's what I thought was
That
nice.
is really cool.
Yeah,
Did you want me to look at Slackers?
it is nice.
Okay. You gave a face. I was
Oh.
like,
These I will give back to the gym because they were help a player dice.
You are met with a steel wall.
What the hell? Well, that can't be good.
There is nothing there. Well, not that there's nothing there. You have been resisted
Oh.
resoundingly. As in kind of like a...
interesting.
Disapprove.
Thinking thoughts.
Nah.
You can see it.
Yep.
So used to just being able to like
Right.
get stuff.
I got 4 successes at difficulty 8.
And that's a total Toreador attitude too. It's like, huh? What? What?
That didn't work. Now what? Shit.
God damn it.
It always works. Everybody loves
Does
me.
always work. Oh, that's a difficulty 8 also. You know what? Fine.
Ooh, nice on the head wag.
Gloves are coming off. Just kidding. She's going to put on fancier gloves.
Always fancier gloves. Gloves over my gloves. It's like on
Boxing
RuPaul's
glove.
Drag Race when they take off a wig and there's a wig underneath. Yes.
It's a thing.
It's totally a thing.
I'm judging.
Perception
I'm
and
just. It's
empathy.
funny.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna gaze at her aura to see, like, what the fuck.
Certainly.
Wow. She seems too excited about this.
I hate it when I forget that a computer is not
A touch
a touch screen.
Yeah.
Start bapping at your.
3. 3
He's a
successes.
vampire.
3 successes gives you a main color and the color and patterns.
Patterns. I gotta get out my aura cheat sheet.
While we're waiting, Kimmy, you have now your official copy of Vampire the
I
Masquerade.
do, yes.
Oh, yeah.
We've been playing it long enough. It's nice to.
Yeah, 30
Very
sessions.
nice.
I finally actually bought the book.
You
So,
know,
yeah.
probably should have done that.
I got
too.
the print on demand for Drive-Thru RPG too. It's really
Oh,
nice. This is the soft cover back, and I think it was like $60. It's a good deal.
It's still a good sized book.
Yeah, it's a big book.
I mean, you
Oh,
get
yeah.
a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a
ton of stuff.
Inch,
A lot
inch and a
of
quarter.
info in
Yeah.
there.
But I figured it was necessary now that I'm playing a new character and it's like all things I'm not familiar with. So
I always prefer to have the books around. I'm stalling. Go ahead, Sam. Interrupt me anytime.
No, you're
Okay,
fine. I'm waiting for Aura.
There's a problem here.
Okay.
Well, I'm just looking through the list, looking for what I want, what I need,
Yeah.
and there's suspicious, which is not what I'm looking for, which is dark blue,
Uh-huh.
and there's also distrustful, which is light green. Isn't distrustful and suspicious very, very similar?
Not color-wise.
Well,
Not at all.
maybe distrustful means they don't trust you. Suspicious means they're acting shifty, and you don't trust them.
Well, why would they change? Why would they? Would
You can distrust something and not be suspicious. I can distrust that this rope is going to hold me going up the cliff, but I'm not suspicious that the rope has been cut.
yeah, suspicion.
Well,
like,
no, but you would be suspect of the rope. I don't.
But that's a different. Is that a different color?
I
You
don't
have suspect.
No, but
I think-
suspect is derived from
I
suspicion.
could
What I'm
distrust
saying is they're the same thing.
well,
They could be, but I don't. I could see how there is a differentiation.
Okay,
I-
but what I need isn't here,
Oh well, that's
which
maybe
is
more to the point.
someone who is being deceptive.
Make up a color.
I will make up a cover.
Salmon.
A color. Salmon.
Oh,
Pale
that's my
salmon.
favorite fish, even.
Yeah, I was gonna go with puce.
But it's staticky,
Yeah, blue and light green will
which
kind
is
of get you
anxiety.
Oh.
kind of a brownish, icky kind of thing because of the yellows with the blue. Yeah, colors.
Well, it depends on the
Yeah.
shades.
Okay, so you said salmon aura deceptive?
Green.
Yes. Deceiving, deceitful, I guess.
I think it's just becoming a smaller and smaller square
It is pretty
of
small.
cheese. Soon it will be negative cheese.
yes, we know cheese. Black cheese, a little black hole of cheese.
Well, in another
Static
dimension,
auras.
it's gaining that mass.
That's true.
So
I'm adding that into my list.
Yeah.
Deceitful, salmon.
gross,
Delicious.
deliciously gross.
Yeah.
What do they call that? Out of character. What do they call that when you can like see colors when you hear music? It's a
Synthesia.
Yeah.
synesthesia, right? Turns out Lord is a synthetic.
Yeah.
Who?
She's an artist,
We'll
a
be
young artist.
royals.
Oh,
That's all you're getting.
I prefer the Weird Al version.
I'm
of
gonna
that,
need to eat
with
so many
aluminum
people
foil.
today.
I like the
oh I
Jewish
thought it would
version.
be. We prefer to be moils.
That's the Jewish version.
That would be hysterical. We prefer to be moils. Moils.
No, you don't. No, we don't cut for free. This ain't no fantasy. Some little kids wee.
Cheese, please.
You have to throw Schnooker in there too.
We'll never be moils.
That's all I need. One success for awe.
Okay.
Aw. So I'm gonna throw awe at her.
It's a battle.
No successes. One success is counteracted by the one.
You know, Brianna, it seems like something is bothering you. You seem a bit anxious.
Salmon. I mean,
You know, I am your prince. You can unburden yourself to me. If there's something I can help you with, please say so.
Well played.
I'm reading the description to see in this particular sort of situation what would happen.
well played,
Okay.
though, Sam. Well played. You are a Toreador.
Yes.
Also in the game.
And in the game.
Is what I do.
I compliment you on your phrasing as well. That's really good. Again, I'm stalling while he's looking it up.
Oh,
just
yeah.
filling this up with something. But,
No, like, even growing up, I was always the diplomat
yeah.
in the family. Like,
stork. It works better if you don't tell them you're stalling.
oh.
If you
Yeah.
just make a conversation.
Yeah, well,
Just conversation.
That's why he's a gangrel.
Yes.
Tori.
I'm stalling.
Somebody.
Keep talking to me.
Is it? Am I fooling you yet? Are you fooled yet? So, but really, that's code for everybody else. Jump in if you want to help out here.
No, I want to just let you do.
You're
It's
gonna
more
take your phone.
fun to let you awkwardly.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
Yes. Sorry, I got
Well,
an update because I am
I'm
a
just-
snake bearer at a wedding now, which is a phrase I get to
I'm
actually
just
say
rather
with an actual snake.
overwhelmed by the task, and I have a lot to take care of.
Yes, it is quite a large undertaking. Specifically, what do you need assistance with?
Oh, there's just the general preparations and the decor and everything like that. I have some people helping me, but if I'm not there, they're just not doing it right.
She's that kind of boss.
I see. I would be happy to send some of my people to take care of the decor. That part is easy. I have a warehouse full of fashion people that can take care of the decor.
I just really need to be there to watch them, because like right now, who knows what they're doing?
Well, presumably they report to you, so
But they make choices that shouldn't be made, quite frankly.
could you give me an example?
The way I left very briefly, and I come back, and they had hung the tapestries
Yes.
sideways.
Oh dear. Well, yes, that is kind of a rookie mistake.
So I just really need to be monitoring what's happening there.
Yes, I agree. Here's what we'll do. I'm going to send a couple people to help you. Some of my most trusted, most aesthetically inclined people. They can help supervise your crew, so you don't have to bother yourself with telling them how to hang a tapestry, for goodness sake. You're too important to be doing that kind of work. And they can report to me, and then you don't have to worry about that part.
Okay.
I'd rather have you concerned with the security side of things.
Sir.
And I need to be informed on that side. We have a lot of important guests coming.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You're not quite sure it took.
You're right, I'm not.
Right. Because I read one very specific thing in the AW rules that would make that would cause this situation to be different than you would expect. There's one very specific line in there.
I have my
So
suspicions.
before the chat room chimes it all in, Stu caught it.
Yeah.
I read it. It's right there. Right.
Okay.
Although there'll be a lot of opinions about how
How you interpreted it?
yeah.
Well, do check in with me before you retire for the day.
Of course.
We'll have a little bit of time tomorrow, but I want to make sure that most everything is done this evening.
Absolutely.
Dismissed.
And you get a way more formal bow than you would expect, and then
Okay.
turns around and leaves.
Okay. I'm gonna wait until she exits the building.
Okay. Probably have cameras and you can see.
Yeah.
Do you have cameras?
Yeah.
Guess what you saw leaving?
What did I see leaving?
A short, hairless, misshapen head walking out wearing like a dark clothes. Looks at about maybe 5'6", 5'7". Thinnish. Definitely a Nosferatu.
Not one I recognize.
Not one you recognize.
Way too tall to be Scully.
Yeah,
That's immediately what I was thinking. Okay.
Interesting.
And you might maybe even are slightly impressed because that dude looked exactly like Brianna Barnes, had the voice and everything, but was missing a lot of the
Nuance.
mannerisms
Yes.
and such. Idiom.
Message for you, sir.
Now that you've been more to reading.
I'm gonna text. Let's see. Oh, wait, did you Slack me back yet?
Oh,
No, you didn't.
I didn't even look.
Answer that question real quick.
I will answer that question real quick.
You don't have a phone.
Now we all jump for
Nope.
Slack. I need to check to make sure everything.
I don't have a phone.
Let's see. Well, that's annoying.
First act is Brent. Well, I guess it's like the 50th act difference.
Yeah.
Phones are mandatory.
Yeah. Mandatory for everyone.
But are they?
Are they? Yeah. There was a time.
Right?
That's smaller.
Okay.
It's getting quantifiable.
Sent.
So, question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna text my sire Katerina, Albert, and there's two Caterines. Darren Crossgrave, our new Malkavian Primogen, and ask them. Text them separately. I don't group text.
Give me 1 second.
I don't group text. Gross.
It's true, though. It's
Show
true.
me the
It's worst.
T-shirt. I don't group text. Gross. Hell.
Yeah, group texts are an abomination.
Well,
on
it's
this
just because
earth.
you get in trouble.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
at some point in the evening, I'm gonna, like, just in my rounds, like, are you still out, like, feeding and just hanging out and, like, doing?
I was on the phone, and that's where we
Oh,
left
okay.
us last. We can make it a long conversation, a short conversation. Yeah, let's say I topped off and then moved, and then
So you're just chilling around the island at some point?
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be, like, following different people, and I'm gonna, at some point, wherever you are, just kind of like, oh, it's good to see you. I wondered if we might have a word.
Sure. Sangue caliente. Pull up a table.
Oh, yes. That's what I wasn't, yes. I don't speak Mote of Sin, so,
It's Spanish. It means hot blood.
excellent.
Somebody had a
Maybe
sense
it's
of
your
humor.
accent. I know Spanish, but yes, maybe. I was. So I was hoping that you might help me a bit. I'm new here. I'm trying to learn the ways, and it is very strange to me. So it seems like things are changing very rapidly on this island. God, I keep forgetting my accent today. And I was wondering if you might explain a little bit about what has been happening. It seems that the prince is new, but the prince before that was also very new. So there have been 3 princes on the island in a very short amount of time. Are people killing the princes? Is this a sport to other kingdoms around them? How are they dying?
This is sangue caliente. It means hot blood. You play politics. That's what you get.
Ah, I see. So they're being killed by the other princes around them?
I think there's a power struggle going on. Anybody who wants to play that game ends up in trouble.
Ah, I see.
Where have you been for the last 30, 40, 50, 60 years?
Oh, traveling. I've been in the Americas.
You know how the game is played, right?
Absolutely, but
Well, that's all that's going on here. It's a power struggle.
right.
It's just happening quick.
But it's the strange thing, because usually it does not happen so quickly in kingdoms, especially for a little island that doesn't really seem to have any high value, I suppose, is my question.
I think I'm beginning to see your problem. You have been around a long time?
Yes.
Yeah. Modern weaponry and technology seems to escalate the speed of warfare.
But yes, I've been around, I've seen modern warfare.
And so things have happened quicker than you're probably used to.
You're able to use tools to solve the problem.
Was it like that? Was it like that when you got it, or did you do
I
that?
dropped the box of them, and 2 of them crushed.
I suppose my real question is, why are so many people so interested in a small island?
Beats the hell out of me, sister.
Ah, I see.
It's a nice place to visit, and it's kind of isolated, so you can see them coming.
Yes.
And if you're going to have a defensible position, you might as well have a fort on an island where
This
you can
is
see people coming.
very sensible point, yes. I myself came on kind of holiday to see and...
Yeah, maybe I
just
should ask you,
eat.
why did you come here?
Well, it's a small little place, and there was supposed to be fun to be had. It was supposed to be... I heard rumor that there was, how would they call it? Elections, that they were voting for leaders here. But it does not seem that that is the case. I don't know what happened with that. But I was very curious to see how that would work in the vampire world.
I'm not one for politics. You'll have to go talk to someone who actually plays the game.
Oh, so there is no voting? You did not vote for Prince Riley?
No, I told her she was queen. Yeah, so.
Oh, so you made her the prince?
Yeah, yes, I did.
Well done.
Out of character. I think I did.
You said it before I could.
I think I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I was gonna do that.
Very interesting. Yes, I heard rumor. You are right. Things are very fast
You
paced.
hear a lot of rumors. You got really big ears.
Well, I mean, vampires talk.
Oh, do they?
Maybe not to you.
No, I don't.
I mean, do you not talk to vampires?
I don't listen.
Ah, so it's not so much that they don't talk, as that you're not hearing them.
I don't really care.
Obviously. Yes. Well, thank you. Your information has been very interesting.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm very old. That's a very rude question.
Yeah, well, I'm a gangrel. What do you want?
Well, I know many gangrels, and many of them are not rude.
Yeah, this is modern day, sister. How old are you?
Old enough to not answer that question.
Okay, that says a lot. And your accent, where's that from?
Many places.
It's not Middle Eastern.
Well, it's supposed to be, but no.
Oh, it's supposed to be?
It's
It's not...
It's kind of like it's sort of an amalgamation of like Middle Eastern and
what
like
do you look like?
European. Like dark skin, just kind of like generic, like Middle Eastern. So,
Know anything about Orange County?
Orange County.
Yeah, okay, that answers that.
Okay.
That's fine. Good answer.
Oh, there is a place that I've heard of. The happiest place on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and but no, I've not ever been there.
Ever been to the Tigers and Euphrates?
I've been there, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. I've also been to Europe. I was lucky enough to meet, what's his name again? Prince Miroslav many years ago, and we both were in Europe at the time. It was fascinating. He's a very interesting man, and it strikes me as odd, and it's piquing my interest why someone with such an respected kingdom in the old world would then come here. I'm not very up on what they call the technology, and I'm wondering why, because there is a lot of talk about among older vampires in the old world about coming here to the West Coast especially, and I'm just wondering what I'm missing.
No, it's a nice place to visit. Why'd you come?
Well, I said that already, because I was hearing and I wanted to see what the voting.
I'm gonna guess
The
that
election.
That's why they're coming too. It's for the great weather, the happy hunting, and maybe the voting. I don't know. What am I supposed to? I'm not a freaking Toreador. I can't read minds.
What? No da?
No da?
Yes.
I don't know that.
That's what they say in the movies. They say no da.
No da.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what they say.
All right, listen, sister.
I'm not your sister.
You've obviously been here a long time. You've apparently
I
been
just
out
got
of
here.
circulation for a while. All I can say is you need to be careful. Rules have changed, and the pace is much faster.
I do not think the rules have changed as much as you'd like them to. But thank you for your information.
Why else would Miroslav be here? I don't know.
And I think Miroslav is very interested in making sure that the old rules stay in place.
Okay. That might be interesting. You should probably talk to the Primogen about that. I mean, sorry about that.
Well, yes. I mean, I think that was made abundantly clear at Elysium.
Was
do you
it?
not? Well, maybe not to you, but I mean, it was an old world, Elysium.
Damned inconvenient and embarrassing is what it was.
It was an old world Elysium. There was no of the what do you call it? The hip hop, no music, like none of these things.
This particular spot, this area here,
Yes.
is much like a Roman bacchanalia.
Oh,
So be
you've been there.
careful how you. No, I'm
Oh.
trying to speak your language. Be careful how you entice the young ones in. Feeding can be good, but you have to be careful because they don't know. So enjoy your time here. This is a wonderful place to
Yes.
eat.
Oh. Well, I thought since we are both in the private Gene Council, we should get to know each
That's
other.
why I'm sharing my hunting grounds with you.
Oh, well, that's very kind
It
of you.
is, isn't it?
Honestly.
So I got some hunting to do.
Oh,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
well.
Yeah,
All
fine.
right. Good, happy hunting.
Ruin this for me.
I'm sorry, before I left, you were going to text who?
Albert.
Oh yeah, my phone goes off.
Oh,
I
gotta go.
I gotta go.
Right. So,
Fascinating.
It just says problem. Period.
And you know what? Perfect impetus for the guys. I really don't want to be talking to her. Yeah, you know what? This is better. Okay, bye.
My sire, Katerina, and Darren Crossgrave,
Okay.
our new Malkavian guy. I want them to come in.
All right.
I'm gonna text Albert first by like 10 minutes so he gets there first.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm biking it.
You go first.
I didn't go very far, so I'm going to watch this parade of people heading into the compound.
You rang.
Yes, we have a problem.
That's what it said.
Yes. So Brianna Barnes said she bottom dialed me. And then I had her come in. She was very weird. And then when she left, I saw on the security camera that it was a very small Nosferatu man.
That's a problem.
Yes, that is a big problem.
Is it Scully?
No.
How
I
do you
would
know?
have
Are you sure?
recognized him.
Scully's much shorter.
Yes.
Scully was like maybe not even 5 feet.
Yeah. 5'6"-ish.
Well, I'm glad you took my advice and vetted the Elysium. What do you want to do about it? I mean, if it's Nosferatu, I can hazard a guess who he's working for.
Yes.
Tall, scary, really
Yes.
old.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obs.
Trying to sabotage your. I just was. I had a little conversation here with the older, newest vampire, Layla. She was talking about why she didn't understand why he would be here in the first place.
I can suspect why he'd be here in the first place.
Maybe pieces are falling together. I don't know. Listen, I'm not supposed to be playing politics. It's against my new path, but I will play this game as a puzzle thing. I would say that he's got the West Coast. He needs to shore up his power structure. He needs to make sure this island is safe. He's probably going for a takeover here. We're a small island. We're not very defensible. And you're busy trying to get your power so he can strike now while the iron is hot, while we're still disabled. That's just a guess. He's got to deal with Orange County, though.
He does have to deal
If
with
the
Orange
Sabbat have
County.
happened and have taken over Orange County, he's got a fight on that side. He wants to make sure he doesn't have a fight on two sides.
Yes.
If we don't like him and Orange County doesn't like him, he has to fight a war on two fronts.
Right. So it would behoove him to either take over us
That's my guess.
or make friends with us. And
But
my
I don't-
guess is he wants to
I'm
take
not
over.
playing politics. This is just a tactical analysis.
That's what I wanted from you. Also, we need to find Brianna and sort of quietly get rid of this Nosferatu guy.
He may have gotten rid of her.
I
I'm not sure
realize
how
that.
they do that, but I don't know if you can take somebody's. Do they just see them and they can do it, or do they eat them and do it? I don't know.
I have no
I know
idea.
this. I can take over something's form if I eat it, but it has to die. That's all I can give you. I don't know anything about those little nosy farts.
I don't know either. Scully only had the one face, really, and that one wasn't very good.
If she's still alive, I can tell you who you can to find him. Find her. And you set your hound on him.
That's true. We could send Asa to look for her.
I would
She would
be
be the
very
best
careful
option.
of sending the other Nosferatu because I don't know where their allegiances lie.
That is why I've called you in. Katarina's on her way, and Darren as well. But I wanted to speak to you first. I am suspicious of the other Nosferatu now.
Well, now that
Given what
now that
we've
Granddaddy's in town and calling the shots, yeah.
Yes. Promoting Calvin, I think, will help, but
Well, then they have a voice on the inside too. I don't know where he's. You listen. That's your
Exactly.
purview. If you can vet him and you're sure of it, I'll trust you. But I don't trust any of you assholes. But that's just me.
I hate you all.
part of your charm.
Did
I
you
know it's-
send? Did you send Calvin to investigate?
No, I sent him to find Brianna,
Oh, that's right. Okay,
and he
right.
gave
Right.
Brianna the phone.
All right.
She didn't tell me that, so
I didn't tell him that. No.
that's fine. Here's what I know. I wouldn't trust any of the Nosferatu at this point because Granddad's in town. He's calling the shots, and we're a really small target at this point. You haven't even assembled your power base yet, and these guys are old school. They're not going to respect anything, even if we. I suspect even if you had your power structure in base, they still wouldn't respect it. They may not even acknowledge it.
I would be surprised if they would make a move at Elysium, though. Given how they cling to tradition, that would be
That would be a
That
big
would-
deal.
That would be dirty pool.
extremely dirty.
Well,
of
then
them.
that is a very, very good point. So here's another thought. Perhaps somebody's trying to curry favor and doing it badly. Who would be clumsy enough to try to curry favor with big great granddad and do it badly? Calvin?
Possibly.
I'd say Scully, but we haven't seen him. I think he blew himself up.
I think he did, too.
Good riddance.
I mean, if he
Him
heard
just-
I was Prince, you know he would
I hope he took the rap with him,
just
too.
throw a fit. Yes, Calvin would be the next, most likely suspect.
Your phone's ringing. Guess who it is?
Scully?
Is it
Calvin.
Calvin?
No.
Hello?
Riley.
Yes, Calvin.
Something didn't seem right. I'm whispering.
Yeah.
Something didn't seem right.
What?
So I
didn't
went
seem-
poking when I was talking to Brianna.
Mm-hmm.
She's here. She's in the basement. She's staked
Basement of where?
at the Opera House.
Ah.
The Phantom of the Opera. I'm sorry. I've been waiting to do it all night.
Do you think you can get her out of there? Unseen?
I can try. There's a little more people in there than I was expecting to see.
People as in humans?
Kindred,
Kindred. Mm.
I think.
And you don't recognize any of them?
No. There's like 3 or 4 of them, and I don't recognize any of them.
I see.
And they seem to be in charge.
Could you describe them?
He describes 4 people you've never seen before.
Okay. Or any of them notably sound like a Nosferatu?
No, not at all. No.
Okay.
They're definitely none of them are Nosferatu.
Okay.
Are you still at your normal place?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna show up, and I'm not gonna come in, but I'm gonna make it known that I'm here if you need me,
Okay.
because I'm bored and I'm having this.
I'm just kind of watching all these people going in. And obviously, a lot of activity happening.
Oh, you see her sire walks in, and the Dennis Crossgrave walks in.
Mm-hmm. I'm just kind of watching them. I'm not hiding or anything. I'm
Okay.
just kind of sitting off to the side, just watching.
All right.
While I'm on the phone, I'm going to be in my office. Albert can be in there, but the rest will have to
Wait
wait
outside.
for a second
Right.
until I finish talking to Calvin. She in kind of a secure area? What time is it? now?
2 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock in the morning. So we've got a little while until dawn.
She's in kind of, I guess it's a basement. It's backstage, but it's like they got this storage area under the stage. That's where I found her.
I see. Let's see. If you don't think you can get her out of there unseen, leave her where she is, and I can send someone during the day to pick her up.
Well, I can try. I just don't know if I can get to her. That's easy. Getting her out, I can try.
I don't want to put you in danger.
I should at least go down there and make sure they don't kill her or something, shouldn't I?
Yes.
All right.
If you see an opportunity to get her out and bring her here, do so.
Okay.
Otherwise, stay with her and make sure that they don't kill her finally.
Okay.
And then, call me if something happens. Immediately.
Yeah, I couldn't help it over here.
So that solves our issue of who's to blame here.
So, well, maybe. I don't know if I trust Calvin or not. He could just be like, hello, that's bait. Trap. I'd just say dust off and nuke it from orbit. How much do you really want Brianna Banks in your council? Because we could just light the whole thing on fire, problem solved.
It is rather flammable. They did put those gas lights in it.
Easy to do.
Really liked that venue.
Look, I'm like nothing more than a good fight, but I don't know what we're up against. And if it's Granddad, he probably called in some heavy hitters. They came in here. First of all, they are breaking the rule. They didn't introduce themselves.
Didn't introduce themselves.
Scully was a big one for that. So
Staked my Keeper of Elysium,
Right.
impersonated her,
So-
and ruined my coronation.
So I believe you would be within your rights to do whatever necessary to eliminate this threat. That being said, I wouldn't pull any punches. I wouldn't try to be diplomatic at all. I think that they forfeited that. But that's up to you. I don't play these games.
It's a very good point. I'll go and open the door and ask Katerina. Ask Katerina to come in.
Okay.
Katerina, could use your counsel.
Of course.
Someone, it seems, has staked my Keeper of Elysium and impersonated her. Yeah, a gas.
Touches your face.
There are 4 vampires who did not present themselves to me in my opera house at this moment, and she is staked in the basement.
On the eve of your coronation.
On the
Your
eve of my
Grace.
coronation, yes. The impersonator was a Nosferatu.
That would make sense.
Do you have tape of it?
I do.
Well, perhaps with all of us from various angles, we might be able to identify him.
Plays the tape.
Well, now that you know, because you didn't really look at him when the person was approaching,
Right.
but now you can
Oh,
rewind.
you can go back, yes.
You can rewind now and see, and none of you recognize this person,
Even
if you.
her and
I didn't ask them to come in yet.
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not there.
No, I mean you met Miroslav, and he had like his 4 Nosferatu assistants. It's none of them. The person you're seeing on the screen, you've not seen before.
Okay.
Well, here's the other thought. I don't know how many Nosferatu work for the Sabbat, but it could be a Sabbat.
It is possible.
Again, I mean, if they're thinking tactics too, they could easily move up here, and now they can assault him from 2 angles, 2 sides.
Yes.
I think that's one of the reasons this island has always been as popular as it is that it's basically a fort for the West Coast.
It's the Falkland Islands.
Yeah.
Strategic sheep purposes and all.
Well, that's really well said. I should have I should have opened with that.
So, Albert thinks we should nuke it from orbit.
It's the only way to be sure.
I'm a bit fond of the Opera House. Personally.
It's one of the only cultural institutions on this island.
I know.
It's just a building. We can build another cultural institute.
It's a painstakingly designed replica of a Gaslight era opera house.
Or we can make a painstakingly designed crater full of dead vampires.
Seems like a waste.
It does seem like quite a waste.
Look, we're immortal. We can build another one. We can build 10 of them. It'll be great.
Have you been inside that building?
It's a building like any other building. I hate buildings.
It is beautiful.
Yes, whatever. Not enough leather and motor oil for me, but
In
yes,
any case,
whatever.
I'm open to alternate solutions. We do have a man inside.
Maybe.
Perhaps. The Nosferatu Primogen, Calvin, called to give me the information. He is currently staying unseen in the basement to make sure that they don't further harm Brianna and to keep an eye on the situation. If she were to make it until day, if they didn't give her the final death, we could send someone in to retrieve her during the day. Were she to reappear, obviously the charade would be over and the interloper would not be able to masquerade as her. That still doesn't solve the problem of...
How long ago did the Nosferatu leave here? Half hour.
Half hour. About 30 minutes.
So enough time to get back.
Yes.
And you said there were 4?
Calvin said there were 4, not including the Nosferatu, in the Opera House.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Dust off and nuke it from orbit.
I do have a tank.
No. It's just fire. Fire's fine. It's an old building. It'll go up like a Roman candle.
It's not an old building. It's a brand new
It's
building.
a brand new building, but it is highly flammable because they put all of those lovely gas lights in there. That's why I wore that asbestos gown to the grand opening.
Okay.
It looks like a very old building, but it's not an old building. Which is one of the reasons that we should probably try to preserve it.
Well, if it's a really good building, then it won't burn all the way down, will it? I'm sorry. Trying to be nice.
Could we go in with overwhelming force?
It's a very...
It is possible. We would have to call on the majority of the kindred on the island.
or not. I have a clever plan, Your Grace, but I would have to speak to you in private.
Oh?
Yes. You might be able to reward some of your island's denizens for being very good puppies.
This is quite true.
I know there's nothing they like more.
While I am fully in support of her abilities, that is quite a lot of foes for her to take on.
No. You misunderstand. I would like to speak to you in private.
I see. I get what you mean.
Do you?
I do.
Okay. It would keep your hands clean. You could always avow, I'm going to like to speak to you in private.
How about you think it really loudly at me?
Okay. Depending on what you roll, I'll tell you what
Because
I'm thinking.
I'm pretty sure I know what you're thinking anyway.
I figured it out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oof. From what I'm seeing,
I think I got one success.
what do you get with one success?
Your surface thought.
Okay. Which is
Well,
going to be
it's
very loud and clear.
surface.
It would keep your hands clean. You could always claim that they acted independently. You would be, it would be untraceable to you, and it's a perfect diplomatic solution because neither vampire team would have taken them out. So Miroslav can't be mad. And Sabbat can't be mad if it's them. You can say it was just random werewolves. And the werewolves will be happy because they get to eat as much vampire as they want. You might lose Brianna.
Another there's like, hey, insane healing.
Dog soldiers.
This is an uncouth thing. If it's traced back to you, people will be mad that you're using werewolves to do your dirty work. However, you use the tools you got when you're...
They're gonna be mad I let them live on my island either way.
That's your call. Thinking really hard, and it's not my strong point.
That was what I thought Albert was thinking. Very well. Thank you both for your counsel.
But that's it? Oh, that's it. Yes. I'm not sure I like this.
I believe I have come to the most expedient solution to preserve all of our needs.
Fire is always good. I'm glad you went with that. Perfect.
Kill it with fire, yes. All right. Well, we should all be on our guard for Elysium tomorrow. I know it would be terribly gauche of them to do anything during Elysium, but this does give me pause if our neighbors are responsible for it. So everyone, please
Again,
pay attention.
I would like to reiterate, this might not be Miroslav. It might be the Sabbat, and they might be counting on us thinking it's him, therefore putting him in a bad light. This is a really slippery slope.
Entirely possible, which is why I don't want to discount the idea that he may be behind it, but I also don't want to directly confront him about it. I think we should, as much as possible, let's prepare to be hospitable, yet suspicious.
Trust but verify?
Yes.
Okay. Hospitable. I put the hostel in hospitable. I put the hospital in hospitable.
You put the pitiable in hospitable.
The pity and hospitality.
I do want to invite Darren in just quickly and ask him, hello, Darren.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Okay.
Are you settling into the island well?
Yeah.
Excellent.
There's two of you.
Yes, it can seem that way. I am quite magnificent. I understand that you've decided not to look for Scully.
No. Decided to stay here.
Yes, I appreciate that, and I thank you for agreeing to be on the Primogen Council. Have you had contact with the other Nosferatu
The other...
on the island?
Well, yeah, I talked to Calvin a little bit.
Oh, good. Excellent. What's your impression of him?
He's a talkative guy.
Very true.
He used to visit me when I was at the hospital.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Came to my apartment once in a while, too.
He does like to make the rounds. Excellent. Well, I wanted to check in with you because we are having Elysium tomorrow, and as a member of the Primogen Council,
Right.
would like you to be there.
Of course.
We'll be hosting some of our neighbors from the Glittering Night, including Prince Miroslav. So just be prepared. Be pleased to present you as well. And I hope you enjoy our first event on the island.
Yeah. I will be there.
Excellent. We will see you tomorrow then.
Okay. He goes like out the door into the lobby, and there's a chair, and he just sits down. He's kinda...
Who else is in the room with me? Who else is in the room?
Just
with me?
Katerina.
Yeah, where did you go?
Yeah, we're
I'm still in the
both
room.
sitting outside of the. You're in the office. We're sitting outside of the office.
Okay.
I probably look a little
Did
bit
he
like.
not warn us once? Didn't he have visions?
He did, yes. That's why I asked him to come.
I understand. I have a feeling you might need to give him a lot of Xanax and then ask him specifically to think about Elysium if he has any foresight. I don't know how this works, but he was gacked out when he contacted Adrian.
That is a good point. You know, I think we can...
He got a heroin-addicted supermodel?
Just wondering what type of drug would be Maybe something psychoactive?
He's been locked up for a while. I think yeah, psychoactive, sure. Yeah. Why not? I don't know. I'm just saying that he was tore up when last time he contacted us with some sort of vision. It might be what he needs to see these things. And if you want an insight on what's going on, I don't know, feed him a Xanax crack head and see what happens. If nothing else, he'll have a great time and thank you for it.
It's very true.
But I don't do politics.
Of course not. It's not your style, Albert.
I am a survivalist, and this is me trying to keep my hunting grounds and my pack together.
Very much so. Well, I have a rather diplomatic
Approach, I know. You don't want to light things on fire.
no,
It's really
situation to take care of re the Opera House. Do you think you could sort out something for our friend Darren? Do you know where one would find a
well,
whacked out tourist?
all I can say is that we should just take him back to the asylum. And if you can I have no influence on the nurses there, but I would say if they could put him in a room with somebody who has been heavily medicated, it might get him where he needs to go. But I have no influence on these people.
That's true.
I could prowl around and see if I can find somebody stumbling around the streets, but I can't tell you what they're on.
That's very true.
The other thing I could suggest is popping somebody full of heroin or mushrooms and then having them feed on them. But, sorry.
Well,
I'm
yes, let me just get
gesticulating
that from my
behind your head.
stash.
But
It's getting to be a 4D show.
It's getting early in the morning, and I don't know how much time we got. If you want this thing sooner rather than later, I'd say take him to the asylum, talk his way into some cell, or having them give you medication, and then you can have some on hand. Give it to one of your supermodels, and have them go to town.
I don't have time for all that. Let's just see if we've got
It
anyone
doesn't take
on the
time. It's just
payroll.
across town, but I can't talk my way in. You've seen me. I could leave a trail of bodies and get what you need, but that's...
No need.
I am hungry. Not that hungry, I'm just saying.
Well, then you should go eat something.
I was working on it, and I got a phone call.
Text message. But yes, go
It's
and
getting late. I might have to just... Maybe you can order in tomorrow. It'll make it easier. If you want to keep calling me for counsel, at least bring snacks.
maybe I'll get us a blood fridge
That
like
would be
Adrian
fine. I know
had.
that the mortals bring bagels and cream cheese, whatever it takes. I'm just saying. I was in the middle of working on a night, and here I am. If this is going to be the way it is, you need to bring snacks.
Snacks can be arranged.
Fair enough.
All right, then go get your dinner. I'm gonna text my assistant Sean and see if we've got any models that have been recently
No, it's okay for tonight. I'll be fine, but tomorrow
No,
I'll
not
be
for you.
extra hungry.
Yeah.
Not for you.
Oh, I see how it is.
You assume so much.
Anybody
out.
recently fired for being on drugs or something?
Sure, yeah.
All the time.
Send them in.
Okay.
Yeah, Ace is kind of watching to see if you come back out.
Are you done with me?
Yes, go.
Yeah, okay.
Get something to eat. Getting quite hangry.
The blonde dude comes in.
I'll go up.
Introduce him to Darren.
She's done.
Do I get my job back?
Darren here is going to talk to you about a potential position for you. I think you would be just right for it.
Okay.
Darren, in appreciation for you joining the island, would you please talk to this gentleman?
They go to his side room.
I mean, like, Ace is not hiding. Bring him back outside.
Just sitting under a tree,
Yeah.
like whittling a stick or something. yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly what she's doing.
The steak, nice. What are you going to use that on?
I'd rather not say.
Yeah.
Seems like there's a lot of activity, though.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on?
Well, under new management, she's got to arrange a power base. Plenty of advice. We're assaulted on all sides. Don't you have a job to be doing? You should probably be in there talking and helping.
If you
Nobody's asked me to do anything, so why would I be in there?
That's
I'm
good.
done watching TV for the night, so
Yeah.
not
Well-
particularly hungry. There really isn't anything for me to do.
Yeah, you know what? It's amusing in there. It's funny. It's a bunch of
Yeah, you look like you've been having a great time.
yeah. I'm happier now than I've been in a long
Plus,
time.
the other new vampire chick is in there, and I don't particularly care for her.
Why don't you go in there and poke her some with her new stick?
Don't think the thought has not crossed my mind.
Asa needs to learn humility anyway. There's the life lessons, and then there's or death lessons. Yeah.
All right, that was a good talk. I'm really
No,
glad
no.
that we had this. I'm really glad that I've been given a position that apparently does something on this island and nobody fucking talks to me. So this is great. This is just like it was before. And I was told it wouldn't be like
No, it isn't, because
before.
here's what you've been doing, and you didn't even know it because you're so good at your job. You watched everybody that came in and out, and you kept tabs on who it was. Did you just not tell me every name that was in that room?
I did not.
And
so
are you not whittling a stick just in case something goes sideways?
I don't know. You came back out. You don't know that maybe isn't for you.
Nah, see, all I can tell is that whether you know it or not, you're doing a great job.
Okay, so I get a gold star at a job I'm not actually doing that I'm doing.
But weren't you just complaining that nobody wanted you to do your, and now you're complaining that you got a gold star?
I'm just
Asa,
saying that I'm sitting out here being bored and nobody tells me shit about what's going on, even though they tell me that I'm supposed to be involved with whatever. It's just really fucking pointless.
We're supposed to be working for the sheriff, and nobody where she went. So that kind of tends to make you maybe.
I also kind of hate her.
Well, she's not here, so you can go hate. Well, she's not here. Why don't you go take her job?
I don't want to do this, let alone be sheriff. This isn't me intentionally doing a job. This is me watching my own ass.
Mm-hmm. What better way to do it than in charge?
Really?
Really? I don't know. You're sitting around complaining to me saying you got nothing to do, but you don't want to go do anything. Don't
I
make
have
me
been-
stop this car.
I have been told that I have a job. I didn't have a lot of choice in it, and then nothing has come of it. So
So go ask the boss what she wants you to do.
I'm pretty sure the boss will let me know what she wants when she wants it, if anything.
Oh, I see how it is. I'll tell you what. I will go in and ask her what you're supposed to be doing, and then I will come and tell you. Will that be better?
How about you just fuck off? Because I'm sorry I talked to you again, as it always happens every time I talk to you. I'm filled with regrets, and still I talk to you. It's a problem with me, obviously.
Yeah, well, welcome to the clan. I stomp off in one direction.
All right. Just flip him off as he goes.
Good talk, good talk. It may have been surly, but messages got through.
Once everyone is dismissed and out of hearing range, I'm going to call Arson
Okay.
on the phone.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, Arson.
Riley.
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing very well. I have some information and an opportunity that I think would make both of our days much better. Nights, as it were. You know how your friends like to take on exercise?
What?
I imagine you're all feeling a bit pent up, what with the restrictions on our truce.
Oh. Not as bad as it used to be, but a little bit.
I have a few people it could be taken care of that might release some of that pent up energy.
Uh-huh.
There are a few uninvited guests.
Okay. I'm listening.
And I thought we might both benefit if you and your pack were to be tipped off to where they might be found, and given license to do what you will.
So you want me to clean up something for you?
Yes.
Now, by my count, there's at least 20 of you on this island now.
That's true.
So this is me just sitting here thinking out loud. But I'm wondering why you and your 20 subjects
Yes.
wouldn't go take care of this yourselves instead of calling me up and asking my, well, let's see, I forgot to count myself, 4, that's right, 4 of us to go in and mop up. And I'm just kind of wondering, A, what's in it for me, and B, whether there's anything in it for me.
Oh, well, when we last talked, what with our lucrative arrangement with the brewery and all,
Right.
it makes sense that your group and my subjects coexist on the island. But
Sure.
it's not generally, historically, been the natural state of things, and I understand that among your pack there may be some sentiments that run counter to our arrangement.
Well,
Rather than have those fostered, I thought this opportunity might allow some of those age-old feelings to be exercised in a small way, and in a way that benefits both of us.
I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea. Those feelings, these sort of animosity towards your kind sorts of things, basically belong to 2 people who got a taste and wanted more.
I see.
Now, we could go down there, assuming it's not a hot mess, and do that, but I don't know if we can get that genie back in the bottle.
That is a fair point. I appreciate your candor.
It's doable. I'm still wondering what's in it for me, because I mean, we're hunters, sure, and your kind are challenging prey, but I don't know, when someone comes into my territory, my hunting ground, starts hunting my prey, if I don't take them out, I lose my hunting ground.
Oh, yes. They will be taken out. Do not take my offer as an indication that they will not be taken out if you do not take me up on it. It's more a courtesy extended amongst friends, as I do hope that that's what we are here on the island.
Well, sure, but I also want to make sure that my people stop eating you.
That is something I want to ensure as well.
Or should I say, don't start again. And I'm not sure if this is necessarily the easiest way to maintain that status quo, of which we are both have grown so very accustomed.
After one day.
It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I think the werewolf attack was like a week or two.
Oh, I was talking about when she and he last talked about their new arrangement.
Oh, right.
Oh.
I think he's talking about the
I get
overall
it.
arrangement.
Overall arrangement. Yes.
He one vampire's next to him.
Right. Well, as leader of your people, I trust you to make that judgment of whether it would be something they would be amenable to either way.
If this was a point of very dire need, yes, I would help you. But I tried to keep a tight rein on my people. And this won't help.
Duly noted. Under the circumstances, it is not as dire as all that, and I appreciate your offer of help should it come to dire circumstances, but I am assured that it will not. However, in that potential future situation, it is good to know that you are willing to work together to maintain what we have built on the island.
Absolutely.
All right.
You totally seem like, what? I didn't, what?
Oh, yes, you did. Very well. Have a good evening.
You too. Click. Beep. Boop, boop.
We'll just store that atom bomb for later.
Okay.
I still have to blow it up or not? Calvin hasn't called me back, has he?
He texted you.
Okay.
He says he's down there. She's okay, except for the fact that there's a stick sticking out of her chest.
Yes.
And he's looking for a very direct route out to see if he can get her out. He's wondering if he should unstake her.
I mean, if he unstakes her, she'll be kind of disoriented and weak, but they could sneak.
I'm trying to remember if you are...
Yeah, I'm
You're
trying
not
to
in
remember
torpor. You're not in torpor. So it's like when someone wakes up from torpor, the first thing they need to do is eat, and they usually kill whatever it is they're eating.
I could be wrong, but I believe that when you're staked, you're still aware of what's going on around you. It's like being in a coma. You
Right.
just can't do anything.
Right.
And depending on how recently you've fed or how long you've been staked, so if she's just fed, got staked, and unstaked, she should be fine.
yeah.
If she got staked and then it was
I keep
9
confusing
months
that with
later,
torpor.
it's a whole
Yeah.
different thing.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like that I can't remember what they call it. There's a condition where you basically are completely, absolutely aware of your surroundings but can't move.
Locked in syndrome.
That's it.
Yeah. And the way I looked at it, or the way it's been explained to me, is that's very similar to what happens when you get staked.
Right.
And again, depending on how recently you'd fed, you basically get unstaked, you're like, ow, ow, and then you're okay.
You have a wound to heal, but...
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
The original Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Well, in that case, I'm going to tell him to try and quietly unstake her.
Okay.
Text him back. Quietly unstake her. See if they can sneak out.
Just out of character for the people listening and for me, is she a Tory?
No, she's a Bruja.
She's a Bruja. She's a Bruja. Okay.
Well, if we have to blow up the opera house, we have to blow up the opera house.
She may do it for us.
Right?
Problem solved.
You get a text back from him about 5 minutes later.
Mm-hmm.
She's really pissed off.
Duh.
She wants to go after him. I told her there's 4 or 5 because what's his face is back,
Yeah.
or her double is back. We're going. There's a back entrance. We're going to try to sneak through there.
Okay.
And what did I say? They had celerity, potence, and
Bruja?
yeah.
They should have their own because every clan has their own.
No, they
unique-
did. And I said because remember we were talking about celerity, and yeah. So they have clan discipline, celerity, potence, and presence.
Nice.
Oh, really? They don't have their own.
That's their clan disciplines.
No, but a lot of clans have one that's exclusive to them. Like I don't think any of the other clans have like obfuscate. Like Protean is Protean, yeah. Your Protean.
It just says clan disciplines is celerity, potence, and presence.
No wonder
weakness.
they're so mad.
The weakness is the same passions that inspire brewhouse and
wonder
greatness
they're
or
so mad.
depravity. Left unchecked can send them into incandescent rages. The difficulties of roll. So,
Yeah, celerity, potence, and presence. Wow. Very mundane. All right.
yeah, but those are 3 really.
Yeah.
I mean, you take a hit, you can deliver a bunch of hits in one time, and then you can just make them stand there while
You're
you
not
do
mad
it.
at me.
You can make them stand there while you just tear them apart. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. I'm gonna wait to see if they get out.
Okay. You get a call like a couple minutes later. We're clear.
Okay.
They tell you they're like a block and a half away and they're observing. They did see some corpses inside.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Who's on the island? Damn it, Esmeralda. Shooty character. Okay. Brianna's wounded.
Yeah. I don't know. No. Okay.
I know. Sorry, it doesn't make for great TV watching me try to decide what to do. I really don't want to blow up that venue.
You may have to postpone your coronation.
Wow, I think that was a pretty resounding no.
No. Absolutely not. There's no other venues equally as magnificent on the island, are there? We have like a museum or anything.
I'm sure there's a museum.
An aquarium full of ghoul porpoises. Dolphins. I
Yeah,
said it on purpose.
there's probably like a there's probably a couple of structures that are old, like from the 20s or 30s, from like, because part of the island is natural and part of it was manufactured. So there's probably a couple of older buildings that are of cultural significance. I mean, I'm trying to think what it might be. There's probably like a ballroom that's like on the shore.
Okay. Okay. Acceptable. Contingency plan.
Maybe it's a hotel. Maybe maybe the first hotel there, and there's like a grand ballroom in it or something.
Yes. And two. I kind of just want to go murder them.
Decisions.
Throw a bomb on it or kill it personally.
Mm-hmm. Listen, you've got a lot of choices.
I do.
In fact, you have choices in the first place.
I'm not there, so I can't. None of us can help.
No, you can't. I know. You know what? They made me mad. Asa likes to murder things and she's bored. Let's go kill them.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to assemble
Avengers assemble.
an army.
All right.
Got everybody on speed dial.
This one doesn't have a phone.
No, she's outside and she just got an earful from Alfred, too.
It's a good conversation.
gonna go wolf form and fuck off. She's not interested in your bullshit anymore. Good job, Albert.
Yeah. When is Asa never in trouble, you'll find us. You can't stay out of trouble.
Okay, so let's see. We'll need Albert, Layla, oh god, the Nosferatu crew. Calvin and Brianna, I'll tell them to stand by on site. Because we're going to go there anyway.
Right.
Darren is a little thwacked out of his mind right now, so he's out. Let's see. Is Carmen as the other hound should be brought in. Katerina, I mean, it's kind of not her job, but I think she would rather kill people than have the opera house burned down.
Oh, absolutely.
And let's see. Hang on. Where's my... You gave me a list of all the dudes on the island.
Fucking toreadors. Stop them in their tracks. I'll rip this dress! No!
No! Don't rip the thing.
Did I text it to you or I slacked that to you? I think I slacked it to you.
You did slack it to me. I'm looking at it now. Okay. Okay. So we've got Albert, Layla, Esmeralda's gone. Oh, Robert.
Mm-hmm.
He's handy. Let's bring him in. What's he doing these days?
Robert?
He was handling
Security,
security
he
for
still is.
Adrian. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would have kept him on in that. Okay, so let's take Robert. Brianna, Carmen, Calvin, Robert, Albert, Layla, me, Katerina. That seems like enough.
Okay.
Strike team assemble.
You want to put Asa in there?
I do, but she just ran away.
But you don't know that.
No, I don't. So yes, I do want her to come. But I don't have a phone number, so when I text Albert, I'll be like, and bring Asa.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
You could have another one of those productive conversations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I had one plan. I slacked to you, Stu, but the timing was concurrent, so I'm kind of hanging tight.
Yeah, I guess I'll just turn around and walk back to the... I'm really going to be hungry after this, I just know it.
Sorry.
Yeah, so what's up?
We're gonna do a frontal assault.
Arson said no. Or did you call him?
I spoke to him.
I'm sorry, have we all been
Did
summoned or
you,
is it just him?
face to face?
I think
No.
Have you all been... Has everyone summoned?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I had just left. I figured I'd be back in 10 minutes. Or whatever.
I'm sitting right outside the
Right.
office saying
Right.
no.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
That is an option I'm going to save for...
That's fine.
rainy
You're the
day.
boss, whatever. So, Asa, yeah, she and I had a conversation. It was a good conversation. She needs to cool off. But I don't know if I can get her here in time. She's I don't know, doing what she does. Patrolling the island.
Okay, well, we need her.
Well, I could spend all night trying to find her,
I
or I
don't-
could do what you need me to do, or want me to do.
I think I would rather you with us. Let me see if I can
Here's
get
what I know, though.
Well-
Asa's always in trouble. I have a feeling she'll find us.
Should she not be killed if she's disobeying the prince?
She's not
She's
disobeying
not
the prince. She's
disobeying.
doing her job, which is patrolling the
She
island.
is doing her job.
All right. So what is it that we're doing?
We have some interlopers who did not present themselves.
Ah, we're killing them.
We're
Understood,
killing them.
yes.
Yes. I'm glad you understand things.
Yes.
Some things never change, huh?
Oh yes, these are very important rules that must be followed. So,
They didn't present themselves.
absolutely.
3
Right.
successes to summon Asa. Sorry.
So you as a player
Yeah.
may elect to spend a willpower point and make a willpower roll at difficulty 8 if you as a player want to resist this urge. Otherwise, your character suddenly feels compelled to be in Prince Riley's
have
presence.
that many willpower points.
Sorry.
And they're really hard to get.
Yeah, Stu does not give them out much. You have to remind him.
I know, but
And we haven't
Ace is
done
also
any-
really mad at Albert.
That's okay. You're always mad at me.
All right, she's gonna come back. She's
All right.
going to be very unhappy about it.
Okay.
So you're going to get a very, very angry wolf coming in the door.
Now, does she know that this power is being used on her, or does she just feel all of a sudden like she really wants to be near Riley?
You
I have a feeling she would probably wonder about that compulsion.
so-
If it struck her, she'd be like,
What the hell?
"Fuck."
Yeah.
I would imagine the first time it happens, you probably don't, because it's an emotional response. It's because presence plays with people's emotion.
Yeah.
Maybe Albert's right. Maybe I should talk to Riley.
It might
I
turn it
don't know if it has anything to do with you.
But but eventually, you probably will start to see a pattern, maybe. But it's not like it's not like dominate. When dominate ends, you know you were dominated.
Okay.
But what she's doing is tweaking your emotions.
Okay. Yeah, if it was tied to anything, it would not be tied to you
No.
because you didn't give me pants with tail holes or a TV. So I have no interest in anything related to you.
No, but what I said was you should.
I
talk-
don't care.
Okay.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like she specifically doesn't want you to be the one making the decision. So I'm going to go back so that Riley doesn't listen to this stupid Albert. Like,
Child psychology.
Okay.
Oh, you may
Whatever
very
you
well
do,
be talking
don't
yourself
talk to
into-
Riley.
Oh, yeah, it'll be a inner wolf conversation happening in her head. Just like, damn it.
Yeah.
Okay, so once Asa arrives, we will go to the opera house.
Okay.
Wearing my armor.
Right.
Yes.
Everyone put their armor on.
Okay.
Get a
You
weapon.
get
Doesn't
armor?
have armor.
Yeah.
Oh, you got pants and a trench coat.
2 bits.
Pants and a
I'll
trench
have to
coat.
make you some
Is
armor.
it going to a place that is populated where she's actually going to have to turn back to a human form? Because if she don't have to, she don't want to talk
Well,
to you guys.
it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and the opera house is like in the fancy district, right?
If she can walk places
Yes.
with Fenris and nobody runs away,
Yeah.
we can walk around with you.
Okay, cool.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's my wolf dog. What? It's fine.
Great.
The designer.
No one will
Designer
question
pets.
it. Yeah, designer
Because
pets.
the only one who can talk to her right now is you.
And you're not talking.
To you.
I mean, we could talk to you. We just wouldn't understand what you said. You can understand us.
Well, yes.
You can telepathy her, though. Does that work both ways or only one way?
It works both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you're in wolf form still.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Asa. We're going to go murder some people.
The fuck?
Let's go.
There were many visitors to the island who did not present themselves to the prince. So in order to show her...
Look, if a wolf can roll its eyes, it's doing it hardcore right now.
Okay.
It's boring political stuff. They're enemies. We're allowed to kill them. Let's go kill them.
It is what they call a bonding exercise.
She walks the fuck away from you. She's out the door.
Well, she's very enthusiastic.
Yes. See, she just wants to go already.
Yes.
Everyone here is garbage.
Okay.
30 years of this, mind you.
All right. So you get to the opera house. Are you all in one group, or are you split up, or?
We won't all fit in one, so probably 2 cars.
Okay.
I'll send a smaller contingent to meet up with Calvin and Brianna for
Okay.
the back entrance, and we'll take the front entrance.
Okay.
Taking cars.
It's across town.
Yeah.
Suddenly, you feel this compulsion to stick your head out the window.
Probably. I'm sure that was part of her bullshit too.
The window's
roll the window down for her just a little
Yeah,
bit.
being stuck in a car would be highly unpleasant, especially with all of the people she hates. So yeah,
Yeah.
sticking your head out the window sounds like a really good idea.
It is a lot of fun.
All right.
Tongue for days.
And you get there, and the opera house. The opera house has exterior lighting. There's like floodlights and stuff that kind of give it the striking look. It's kind of an area all by itself. It's in sort of the. It's close to like the higher end residential area, but it borders like the beginnings of like the nice hotel or the nice restaurant district. But it's kind of set apart out by itself.
Okay.
It's like there's a lot of like lawns and stuff around it.
Okay, and it looks fairly clear.
It's meant to like. It's,
Ta-da!
right.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's floodlights and stuff. It's all lit, the way you would want it lit.
Got it. And Calvin, did he tell us where they were inside the building?
They're in the orchestra section.
Orchestra section. Got it. Okay. So, I'm just gonna walk in the front door, like
Okay, we're gonna end it right there.
going to check.
It's like 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Before,
Yeah.
Before 8. So.
That's what I meant.
Oh man.
And next week, Esmeralda will be back too.
Yeah, that's a good plan to have her back.
Then you'll have guns.
Yeah.
That
Although
may or may not be a good plan.
It turns out Guns Against Vampires is not. We were playing it wrong.
Yeah.
But guns do bashing damage to vampires, and it's halved.
But in Sebastian's fight, we were fighting a lot of humans.
Yes.
So that's
And
why
they're
she was
great
super
against people.
effective.
Yes.
Yeah, she was super effective against all those human
Yes.
guards he had hired.
But they were actually doing way more damage to her than they should have.
Should have been doing.
Well,
Okay.
all right.
Like a machine gun or a minigun will just tear up vampire up, but bullet
Yeah, it's
after
like you have
bullet.
to cut them in half. basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it still does damage. It just doesn't do a lot, but a lot of little things can add up. Which is, I've had this discussion I think with Kurt or somebody, and it was like, yeah, you take enough bullets. It's like if there's a bunch of people standing around who's shooting bullets at you, you will eventually go
Oh,
down.
sure. Well, yeah, because you're still taking bashing damage, and when you get to 0, you go on the drop.
Yeah.
How much experience do we get?
4.
Yeah. We get experience from
Okay.
last time. Oh, but this is from last time.
No, we got experience from last time, but he told us it in Slack, so.
I got a lot of experience added up. I
Yeah,
got to do
there was
something
a
with.
bunch. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching, listening, whatever. We really appreciate it. And our wonderful Brewhaw, Jess, will be back
Yes.
next time. So super
Our
exciting.
sheriff.
So this game happens every other week. So next week we'll have Bloodblade and Tusk again in the same time slot. Don't forget it's our new time slot at
Yes.
4 o'clock. We may or may not have moved it forward just for Game of Thrones.
Yes.
You're very welcome. We don't have copyright for that. We're going to show you the schedule in just a second. Go to happyjacks.org/schedule to check out what other APs and the podcasts that are happening this week. We have stop. We're going to get sued. It's going to be taken down off YouTube.
No, they'll never detect that.
No.
You almost have to play the actual.
Yeah.
track.
So thank you guys for tuning in. We had a great time, and we'll see you next time. Bye. And did you have anything to plug, Mac?
Oh, actually, yeah. Tomorrow night I am going to be on a game of RPG Exploration Society.
Nice.
And so that's going to be starting at 8 o'clock over on the Saving Throw network. And then also the following Monday, the 24th, I'm helping co-run a homebrew Buffy the Vampire Slayer RPG for RPG Exploration Society along with Blythe. So check it out. It should be really interesting.
Yep. Awesome. And we will see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.
The preceding program has.
No, wrong one.
The Mote of Sin, a Happy Jacks RPG podcast actual play. In Vampire the Masquerade, 20th Anniversary Edition. The preceding program has been a presentation of the Angry Folk Media Empire. Bum, 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 bum.